embrace it? Do you praise it? Are you able to allow another individual to refute? Are you able to respect the religious choice of other people, isn't it? I think you know recently there's been the resurrection that has been taking place around. Do you embrace that resurrection or not? Isn't it? It all boils down to freedom of religion, isn't it? It all boils down to freedom of expression. Of course, we do not at any point in time applaud the dogmatic, type of knowledge and thinking, isn't it? But we want an individual to make an informed decision and choose what they want to choose, isn't it? Issues to do with sexual orientation, isn't it? One of the most debatable things that exist in our country, whether an individual should be able to choose or should not choose, should we dictate what should happen, isn't it? So these are some of the things that we want to be able to speak about as Freedomacers. So today I would like to be able to welcome you to a platform where we want to talk about the idea of freedom and to be able to create ambassadors like you guys. So you were chosen from a group of all the individuals we have trained, we have come in contact with. For the past 2 years, I think we have managed to reach about 1,300 students directly in terms of training only. And then out of school, we have about 460 in just 2 years that we managed to reach. And we had to make a decision of saying which of the 20 people do we think are the best from this pool of about 1,700 individuals who we can start this alumni network. So what we want to do is we want to create a group, a system, a network of individuals who we can start to track what they do in terms of how they're able to speak about democracy, to be able to, again, continuously train you, sharpen you towards understanding what it is. Hoping that as you grow up, you continue to propagate these values. CEO, you'll also be able to fund some of these projects that are moving towards this type of things, isn't it? If you're a teacher, when you grow up, you're able to again speak towards that direction so that we're able to have more people embracing this. But it starts with one step, and today this is the step that we're starting with, by taking you guys. I hope we did not make a mistake, huh? Did we? No. Oh, thank you. Isn't it? Huh? So part of the things that we want to do is to ensure that you guys understand when we talk about values, they are internally driven rather than externally influenced, isn't it? If I continuously come back to you and say to you, Tinashe, remember you're a Freedomacer, you need to be able to do this. It means these things are not what you believe in. And when we chose you, we felt you guys are individuals who have understood and are embracing these values. I think Usibo is a practical example of what happened, isn't it? 2 years ago, isn't it? Who knows the story of Sibo? I know you know the story of Sibo, Tinashe. Wasn't it? Usibo was Bongani's, I think in China you would say master, isn't it? Because you were teaching Bongani debate, isn't it? And then when we got to the finals, it was Bongani versus Sibo. That was very tough, isn't it? It was super tough. But I think that has been one of the best finals we've had in terms of for the freedom debate. I think you remember that one, isn't it? Because the type of interaction that was there, and when we announced Bongani as the winner, I was going to get really pissed off. But what she did was beyond what a mature person should do. She hugged Bongani, she was happy, and she said to me, listen, I knew I had lost him in the debate. And if there's one person I wanted to lose to, it was Bongani, isn't it? So those are the type of things that we want to be able to celebrate in our everyday lives. Teaching young people to have that type of a celebratory, thing towards someone else. Those are values that we think can better grow our nation and our society. So today I would like to welcome you to the platform of Freedomacers. By just being here, you've started the stage of being a Freedomacer. And as we continue, we'll be able to explain to you what kind of Freedomacer in Yamazana Encha, isn't it? What does it mean to be a Freedomacer? What does the concept mean on its own? And then we'll be just doing that throughout the day. Okay, so welcome today. Let's just get into right. So Malikanye, the program yet will have a lot of things lined up. So I think I would like to call Fundi to come. Yeah, so all of us are in the correct place, isn't it? So all of us are in the correct place, isn't it? So we need to make sure, so Messiah will be able to come and then deliver, you know, a motivational, spiritual, and address something to you guys, speaking about things. But today we have 3 hashtags, isn't it? We have hashtag Freedomacers, which is the broad one. But one of the things that we want to do is to learn how to slay freedom. So we want to be able to slay freedom, isn't it? Because all of us are freedom bound. So these are some of the things that we'll be continuously speaking about throughout the day. Please enjoy yourself. Fungi, the floor is yours.
I'm amazing. Anyone who remembers, I'm amazing. You are amazing. We are amazing. Ha ha ha. So let's do it. I'm amazing. You say it. I'm amazing to yourself. I'm amazing. You are amazing. We are amazing. Thank you very much for the platform. Well, a platform I'm told of great minds, and I've seen them up in part. You know, I've witnessed some of the great minds emerge, and my prayer is continue to be great. Once you start being great, don't stop. And once somebody starts seeing a greatness in you, begin to appreciate it. Don't let it stall. Don't let it stop. So, she says we are here for a platform of freedom. For freedom acers. We are building a generation that will defend freedom. But what is freedom? Let me refer to Charles Lewis, who says, to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. So don't think if you are saying freedom, we mean that you disregard the freedoms of others. Freedom comes with responsibility. The next person next to you. It's not just casting off the chains, but it comes with respect and enhances the freedom of others. That's not me. I would have wanted to say those words. Charles Lewis. We thank him for such great thinking, and I hope one day I'll say, according to Bogani, freedom is, isn't it? You know why I say that? I'm inspired, as you guys, some of you will be going to university, by one of the respected educationists from Brazil, Paulo Freire. He says that as long as education, if you are going to be treated as a blank slate, that does not ink. And education is supposed to come and be deposited on your brain. He calls it banking education. It's not education. Education should allow you to think critically, independently, validate issues as they are being raised. So each and every one of us should one day be able to define freedom in the way that we understand it and how we see it in our own context. So let me recognize Deborah here. Deborah Barron is a special person to the foundation. She's a former national director of the Legal Resources Foundation, which is one of the organizations in the country that fight for human rights and access to justice. The Legal Resources Foundation has been a partner of the Freedomacers Foundation for more than 20 years now. And we celebrate her leadership and the amount of work that we're able to do to ensure that Zimbabweans, especially those vulnerable and underprivileged, can access justice. And as Freedomacers, I think you also understand the importance of human rights and access to justice in us realizing our freedom. So she's here today. Well, as I said, former national director, but she's now an advisor of the Legal Resources Foundation. But she's here today as a friend. She's my friend as well. She can be your friend too. But one thing that stands out with Deborah is to see positivity in a situation where everybody feels nothing good can come out of it. So let's interact with her. Let's learn from her. Let's be be her friend. She's a good person. She listens well and she understands young people. So there is someone to connect with, even as we grow, even as we enter the world as professionals. She's one person that we can continue to network with. So Deborah, thank you so much for making time to be here, and thank you so much for really loving Bulawayo. She's a Bulawayo person, by the way. Yes, so her heart is here. So she does not just, her heart is here. So I really know that some good networks will be developed here, some good friendships. So let me then not take much of your time, except thank Zara and Tim for organizing everything, and to thank you guys for fighting for freedom. Maybe one day we'll have leaders that will respect freedom, that will understand the importance of respecting the next person, to make sure also the next person is comfortable and is happy. And all I can say is let's continue being together, and let's continue to see opportunities together, and let's continue to build each other together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Budi. And her heart is here too. so I think you're in great hands. Thank you so much, Deborah, for gracing us today, isn't it? So what we'll do is, I know the Jarinda said, as my non debaters, I want to get you guys out of your comfort zone. And today I do not need to talk, isn't it? You're used to talking too much. You're wanting to laugh, not talk, isn't it? So I have something lined up for you guys. So we have an entertainment piece from Victory right now, isn't it? So the whole idea is to understand Ubuti, because what we're trying to do today as Freedomacers is not to teach you about freedom, because you already know these things. We have spoken about them over and over again. But also it is about you guys learning that freedom, you can advocate for freedom using different methods, isn't it? So today I want to show you how you can be able to advocate using arts, isn't it? Freedom using arts. So today we're going to have Victory and Nova showcasing themselves to us right now, isn't it? Go what you're getting with them. So we have guys so that we can then have Victory. So let me get you guys, as we're waiting for Victory to come today, for us to do some reflections, isn't it? To do some reflections. Some of the reflections I want us to look at is, what is freedom? What have we said about freedom? What is freedom? And I want us to reflect this using just one simple word. I want each individual to tell me what freedom is in one simple word. We tried this last year. Well, you remember the disaster. You remember the disaster, isn't it? And then, well, I had an interesting thing from Trust. The freedom part, isn't it? I still have it. I'll try to play it for you guys, isn't it? But I want you guys to just tell me in one word what you think freedom is. So, Kanesi, I'll start from, let me start from you, Trust. Then we come through this way. I'll end here. I'll protect my guest and my facilitator for now. Isn't it? Yes. In just a simple word. In just a simple word. What is freedom? Please do not say freedom is. Okay? Or do not say I think freedom is. I just want you to stand up and say this. So it should be so systematic. Now trust the pants, Nozia up. If Noz is sitting down, you're up. So I want it to be very fast because we're taking this video and want to make a small video of what freedom is, isn't it? So trust.
There's a question sort of.
What if your perception of freedom so happens to be the same as someone else?
You change it.
Change it.
Yes, remember what you made. I know you'll not have one perception. Okay. So please be cool because we want to record this, isn't it? So if someone says freedom is dancing. I know it's one of the most weird things, isn't it? But freedom is dancing. I don't want to hear dance anymore because dance has already been said. I think there are many versions of freedom, isn't it? Huh? So if trust says something, if that's what you're thinking, forget about it completely, isn't it? Okay, go.
Peace.
Joy.
Liberty.
Safety.
Love.
Fight.
Choice.
Autonomy.
Happiness.
Power. Openness.
Responsibility.
Democracy.
Security.
Thank you. That's what it's not getting my Okay. So what we'll do is we'll do it outside. Dancho Claire will be able to, I think, do it outside so that we do it in a much more systematic way again. So be thinking again, because I'll ask you again what freedom is. I do not hear peace, security, and whatever again. Now I need different, because I had everything that you say. Now I want new versions of what you think freedom is. You realize what we can craft up to around 100 or more than 100 words by end of day today on what freedom is. And this is why we are there as Freedomacers, because some of the things that were pointed out, well, they are not necessarily what freedom is, isn't it? So I want to make sure that we point out and then we start sieving these things as we go throughout. Huh? Okay, that's fine. So I think let's wait for them to come in and let's enjoy ourselves. Huh? How am I going to get in?
When we love one another, there shall be no pain, no hate anymore.
I want to be free.
Free as a bird. Freedom is just beginning. Think bigger.
My freedoms, your freedoms, our freedoms. Think bigger.
I want to be free.
Free as a bird. Freedom is just beginning. Think bigger. Inindiri mushona ndinoda rusununguko rwangu.
Mina ngilindebele ngilakathelela inkululeko yami.
We are Zimbabweans. Our freedoms first.
I believe in liberal democracy. Democracy whose liberties are unlimited.
I believe in freedom of expression, ability to speak out.
I believe in freedom to choose.
I believe in equal opportunities. Opportunities for all.
We are a generation in demand, and all we demand is our freedom to be ourselves.
With freedom to be ourselves, we can become what we want to be. But our freedoms are under attack. Our freedoms are under threat. Our freedoms are limited. Our free will is never free at all.
How can I be free in the hands of possums?
How can I be free in the hands of IPA?
How can I be free in the hands of heavy military process?
How can I be free in the hands of blocked social media?
How can I be free in the hands of a political church environment?
How can I be free in the hands of economic meltdown?
How can I be free in the hands of poverty? Because it's the phansi.
Phansi ngokuhlukuluza, phansi ngokuhlukuluzwa, phansi ngokuhlukuluzana. Away with violence and torture.
We have a beautiful constitution
With fundamental human rights and freedoms.
We have a beautiful constitution.
Full of promises and potential.
But our government is taking too long.
Too long to realign the laws.
Kulikala na.
Ukulwela inkululeko.
Ukulwela inkululeko.
Kulikala na. Ukuzilwela wena.
Inkululeko yakho.
Violence
is not our culture.
Tribalism
Is not our culture.
Injustice
Is not our culture.
Never
Is not our culture.
Unity
Is not our culture.
Love
Is our culture.
Unity
Is our culture.
Freedoms
Is our culture.
Peace
Is our culture. Peace begins with me, with you, with all of us.
Freedom is just beginning.
Think bigger.
Understand your right.
To understand your right.
It is your right.
It is your right.
To demand your right.
To demand your right.
It is your right.
It is your right.
To demand your freedom.
To demand your freedom.
Ulilungelo lakho.
Ulilungelo lakho.
Ukulwela inkululeko yakho.
Ukulwela inkululeko yakho.
Ulilungelo lakho.
Ulilungelo lakho.
Ukuvikela inkululeko yakho.
Ukuvikela inkululeko yakho.
It is your right.
It is your right.
To your right.
To your right.
Tinaseko.
Thank you so much, Victory. They are still coming back, isn't it? But that was a very good demonstration of what democracy is about, of what values are about, isn't it? Of what freedom is about, isn't it? And these guys went to the broader way, and this is what we expect you, this is what we're talking about as freedom is. Because I no longer want you to think about freedom from just a point of view of a home set up, isn't it? I want us to now start thinking globally and think. Think what? I want to think bigger. And we start thinking bigger, isn't it? So we need to start relating freedom to issues like the Constitution, human rights, isn't it? To broader elements, to contemporary affairs. Remember, contemporary affairs, isn't it? To start looking at them from a contemporary affairs perspective. But most importantly, one of the important things I know when we went to school is if you want to see whether something is working or not, you need to compare it against something, isn't it? So you'll see on our schedule that we'll be looking at freedom Zim versus freedom global, isn't it? What are we making? What are we doing better if we're doing anything better, isn't it? But I bet you I want someone to prove to me today whether we are doing anything better, isn't it? So those are some of the things that we'll be looking at. Okay, so let's just take a 5-minute recess, in amongst ourselves. All right. So I want to put you guys in groups. So let's just put you here. So I think after 5 minutes we'll have just a slight change in a schedule, isn't it? So we have Deborah coming front, and then she'll be able to speak to you guys. And then also, I think I'll give her some time, sorry for this, Deborah, to answer some questions that you might have, isn't it? Because it will also be interesting to hear some of the things that, because I know she has a wealth of experience in so many. Yeah, let's make sure I have an experience. I think Innocent remembers this when we went to Namibia. The debate was on Baranga Dam, isn't it? And then this lady from Zimbabwe, she's not a big person anyway, she's a good thing, isn't it? And she then stands up and she says, what is your comment on the World Cup that took place in South Africa? And then, no, so now that is completely out. So just make sure my questions are context-based, isn't it? For now, let's be thinking about what we think is because I think has already given you an introduction to who she is and what she has done, what she stands for, isn't it? But again, like what Fundi says, she wants to be able to get people who will become her friends, what maybe we might call friends of Deborah, isn't it? So she needs those type of individuals. You can't just be a friend with someone who you don't connect with, isn't it? So she needs people that she can be able to connect with. Okay? So there's some of the things, so this is an opportunity to connect with her by even asking questions, right? Okay, guys, so I think the world will be giving us something right now. Let's get happy.
Good morning again. This is my credentials. I'm a product of Evelyn High School. So that's where I went to school many, many years ago. And I've been following the progress of your Freedomacers since it began. I've been really interested in talking to from the side, and I'm excited to be here with you. And already have seen things that I find inspiring. So I'm delighted, as I say, to have the opportunity. I've heard lots of things, and I'm sure I'm going to hear more. So some of the ones I captured was ideas, individuals, choice. And what I would say to you is that you need to believe them. Don't just be able to say them as a mantra, but actually internalize it and let yourself be internally driven by these values, because they're certainly ones that I aspire to. As soon as I said, I was with the LRF for many years. I never like to say how many, and I ran it for 12 years. And so I've been moved from Rhodesia through to Zimbabwe and seen many challenges. But even now, at my great advanced age, I'm still meeting inspiring people who make me believe that there's always a way to find a solution to a problem. And here I've just met another room full of people that I'm sure are going to inspire me, and I'll be very happy and keen to talk to you. But so I think what I really want to say is, don't let yourselves be bowed down by problems. There are so many challenges in this country, and then if you look outside of Zimbabwe, you will see the same big problems in the rest of the world. And if you let yourself be swamped by those, you won't know how to, you'll just despair. One of the things I've always said about Zimbabwe is Zimbabweans are fantastic at finding ways around a problem. But sometimes that is actually just deferring the problem. And I have this image from sort of independence. There's a problem and we find our ways around, but the problem just keeps moving forward and it's still there. So when you're looking to find ways to solve the problem, not to get around it, because you're just deferring the pain. And I think that's really what I want to say is just going back recently to the monetary policy, nobody quite knows what it means. So I try to describe it as it's a half glass full, not a half glass empty. It's something. It may end up being a bad thing, but right now it has a possibility of actually moving us forward. So I just hope that you can all focus on the good that's there and find a way to maximize that, and don't despair by the bad. Any questions?
What about
Questions for Deborah? Any questions or any comments or whatever?
Any questions, guys? Any questions? We should have So any questions? Do you have any questions for? Yes.
There's something that's been troubling me for a while, and I'm happy to have such a platform where I can ask the individuals in this room what they think of it. I think we remember a while back, after the protests, there were stories that got out about how some women had been raped by soldiers, and a Black Wednesday was decreed, whereby women were told to wear black clothes and not wear any makeup as a sign of their solidarity with the victims. And you actually get people asking, but what good does that do? Okay, you say you're advocating for these women, you say you're making a stand, but how do your clothes actually portray that? It won't change anything. Just because you went out and people saw, okay, so she's against rape, but then what? We still have it happening. So my question is, does it have an impact? Does that one person, that one woman walking around in black clothing have an impact on what has already happened?
Can I make some comments on that, please? Just dealing with that one in particular, one of the problems is having is that people, the women who were raped, don't feel confident to go to the police to report. So we're going to have a situation where there are a few cases reported, and the authorities will then be able to say, you NGOs, you're just maximizing, and it wasn't really true. You talk about one woman wearing black. If just one woman wears black, that means nothing. But in Harare, I don't know what happened here, a lot of people. So if you join with everybody, that will give people the confidence. Even if somebody is too scared to have done it, and then they see a mass of people, it's a visible sign, a quiet one, but it means you're one of a bigger group, and there are other people who think the way you do. So if you can, it can be a very powerful image, but it needs everybody to participate. And so that's where the success is not in an individual's hands, but as an individual, if you say, I believe in this, and I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to try and persuade my friends, it can then become a very powerful statement.
Thank you so much. I think that you sum it all up. If you go back to one thing I said at the beginning, for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, isn't it? But to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others, isn't it? So you might, for example, not have the power to take a legal route to say, I declare those soldiers, having what's called jail or something like that. But the one power that every citizen has is one of advocacy. So like what Deborah is saying, if all of us wake up as women wearing black and we're able to say, this symbolizes that we're against the rights that have been taken from someone else, it means a lot, and it says something. It might even activate, other things that might even ensure that justice is taken or something like that. So some of these things, they might not necessarily have some kind of a solution right now, but they open up ears and the right doors for people to start to inquire on them. Why did this happen? Why did this not happen? I think this is why you realize even the 1st of August shootings, the reason why we ended up having that inquiry, it was not because the government wanted to do that. Ordinarily, they would not have done that, isn't it? But the amount of different voices that were coming out where people were saying, this needs to be done, this should be. And people were showing it and demonstrating in different ways. It then ended up opening that pressure door of saying, we need to have this type of inquiry. So what is important also is, Freedomacers is to understand that your power as a citizen, as an individual, might not necessarily to get that person arrested or to get immediate justice, but it might be to even advocate and get the correct institutions, the correct doors, the correct people to then say, okay, we're listening to you. This needs to be done. Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you. And thank you for your beautiful question.
I also wanted to comment on her question. Like, instead of just making it a women's thing, there are so many men out there against that same thing. So instead of saying that women should advocate for the same thing, include those men who want to advocate against such an evil. Because looking at the recent buzz which happened on social media about man beating up 8-year-old women, so many men are against that and men are talking about that. So let's just not just limit it to saying women should wear black, but increase your sort of like your support base. Get men who want to advocate for that and make it a global movement.
I think that's a beautiful thing. I think we should include the whole essence of what is, because it comes back to the difference between gender and sex, isn't it? Because these are two different things, isn't it? What is gender and what are gender roles, isn't it? Because it comes back to all those different things. It's a debate I think we had, Innocent, if you remember it, in 2015, and it became a huge thing of division of labor, all these different things. And we need to put them and contextualize them again to what we are advocating ourselves. Issues to do with liberty and freedom. At what point should we demarcate this? At what point should we not demarcate this? I think it becomes a very important thing for us to look at in the future, isn't it? Thank you, Tina, for that.
Can I just make one comment? Yes, I agree. But the other thing, you could take your individual freedom and say, I'm a man, I haven't been asked to do it, but I'm going to anyway. Yeah. So you don't have to wait to be invited for something like that. You can just
Thank you for that, Deborah.
There's a statement that in offering a question said that what is the impact or the importance of wearing black when someone has already been raped? And let's just assume that only 2% of women did that. Charles Hugh once said that we start by doing the necessary, then the possible, then certainly we're doing the impossible. Practically speaking, it's quite impossible to have millions of people advocating one thing all at once, but the small baby steps that we take actually do make a difference. The fact that even one woman wore black and everyone else decided to wear pink or something means that someone was affected by that, and that on its own is very important.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for the Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you guys for we need to continuously, this is what I'm saying, this platform we need to transcend from those abstract debates and abstract things we always talk about within democracy. We now need to start debating real issues. So as we're getting you into this network, or putting you into a network now of big man and their boy. Big what? Thinking, hey, but isn't it? So we need to move towards that.
I just want to spend a tip to my friends here. You see, the question that you're asking all these things, I think you want to sound very technical, right? And very okay. We're talking about freedom. Deborah here told you that she's like has a wealth of experience, right? She's retired now, right? And you guys want to get into your professional life, right? And you have like what I call a penalty, right? You want to ask someone who has seen it all, right? Away from freedom, away from all these platitudes, right? So what is it that you can learn from her in terms of her journey? You get it, her experiences, what worked for her, you get it. So those things that when, after all has been said and done, you can carry them on to your own career, right? So this is why we have a person like her.
That's a good. So Owunyans try to give each other terms, okay? Because everyone wants to speak to Deborah, isn't it? I'm voting as a lunch because I'll be chasing people and saying time is up, isn't it? So when we go for tea, can you try to make sure, don't ask her these technical questions. Thank you, Innocent, for that. Don't ask her these technical questions. There are things that you guys need, isn't it? Technical questions, we'll do them here. As you're interacting with him, try to create a rapport, learn from him, isn't it? Ask questions about why did she get into this line of work? Because sometimes we do these things and we don't even know what we are doing, isn't it? We have no clue of what we are doing. So you need to ask her why she did this. what gives her satisfaction about it, isn't it? That way it can even change your own life. I always tell this to people I work with. Had I been given that opportunity, I would not have wasted 4 years at NAS doing banking that I'm not even using, isn't it? Huh? I would have taken the direction of something that I'm already using now. So you ask her questions, real life questions, career guidance questions, tell jokes. Don't do journalism with her, isn't it? Tell her stories about yourself, okay? So we're going for tea now, 15 minutes. Hey, please, I don't want to see you in the neighbor's house. Okay, so we're having tea that side. So let's stand up and then just go and have tea, okay? Like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to talk after.
This is my moment, this is my time. Scott says viele, moment to shine. Africa rise, Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment, this is our time. Angola Africa, moment to shine. Africa rise, Zimbabwe, it's your time. I see your struggles, mothers are crying, fathers are restless. So, is there any hope? And what of our children? We seek the answers, but we don't know that the future is in our hands. The shackles won't break until we wage war on the things that hold us back. You have the answers you've been searching for. Just believe and strive for your dreams. In darkest moments where champions are born, oh, do you see and know who you are? sesifile, moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment, this is our time. Angola, Africa, moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, it's your time. You carry burdens, heartache and pain. You know the struggle from all the times that you've tried so hard. But you're undefeated, 'cause you're still here. Your story shall light up the world. This is your moment, you're not too far. The world is waiting for you. A moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment, this is our time. Goodbye, Africa, a moment to shine. Africa, it's your time. We will rise, we will arise again, again. We will rise, we will arise again, again. This is my moment, this is my time. Scott says feel moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment, this is our time. Angola, Africa, moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, it's your time. I see your struggles, mothers are crying, fathers are restless.
It is hard to believe that 30 minutes from Bulawayo takes you to what seems to be a piece of heaven, where impossible is made possible. From the balancing rocks of the mother and child, through interaction with Maleme Dam, hiking and fishing, a journey through time. At Road's grave, while paying medals to its guardians, the rhinos of the park. Until you rest your head in one of the park's many lodges and accommodation facilities. A home for various events. A World Heritage Site. This is Matopo National Park, the home of the balancing rocks. Maleme Lodge is in a class of its own, with self-catering accommodation units, with some of these having an amazing view of the dam, whilst others are surrounded by beautiful rock moulders. Outfitted with bright facilities, Maleme is the perfect place for that family outing or holiday experience. Our rooms are so spacious and designed to suit your comfort needs. Our executive units, an ensuite bathroom and balcony, you are guaranteed luxury beyond human imagination. Our self-catering kitchens are fully furnished and designed to create that feeling of being at home. For more information, contact us on the numbers on your screen. Matopo National Park, the home of the balancing rocks.
Farikao ipitua indlela zami sezivulekile, indlela zami sezivulekile, indlela zami sezivulekile, and I got to thank for it. Indlela zami sezivulekile, indlela zami sezivulekile, indlela zami sezivulekile, and I got to thank for it. Ungangitshelani ngamadaka
umaharuhari jaha laphenduka indoda. I understood ukuthi life yendlela ngemva kokunanzelela lapho endibuye khona. It wasn't easy to be raised by a single daddy. One of the lessons alento ungandilahli kazi wangifundisa nokuthi ngiboye ethula isigqoko mandithandaza kuJehova ngimesaba umdali ngayibeka indandatho ngasishada isinqumo ngaphuma comfort zone to the streets of Soweto became a laughing back I played it judo West evil I overcame ngisasabi lutho ungene waphuma nami namhla uyangihlangabeza uJehova ngumalusi wami ngiyikuswela encwadini zokugcina ngimbonile uElijah ugcwalise zonke izimbiza indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and I got to thank for it indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and I got to thank for it uNkulunkulu mbusise uvusiwe sibali you believed in me back in 2009 I saw a lady with a man's heart Shethi mondlu diamond uzokugcina kusasa sivu yabafuna abafana nawe Calvin you fought hard hori Bulawayo buyele emephini Shalom Adonai bambeni njalo bafana ihlomi ihlasele dope isikhala ekaphela impi imshesinana ngubani owayekwazi beke wena siyokugqoka ingunaphakade hlala uyazi ngiyabonga ithi kunqweba indlebe wona ohlala usestradeni odayisa loba yini enqoleni lobe emsikeni lihakuchisa hahulu Mudimo washebile khuri wetsang remember impumelelo eqala ngaphakathi noma seko blind people ungayibeki phansi indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and I got to thank for it indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and I got to thank for it. Yeah, I know some of you believe that the sky is the limit. But mina ngithi hell no as long uThixo ngashonga basela mo ungalibali emqondweni wakho sokusifa ngemzamo and mntasekhaya masewukhulele uzake muchophi ngoba lokumbambathi mahlo danke Farikau Ipitua indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and I got to thank for it indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and I got to thank for it ungangitshelane ngamadaka umaharuhari jaha laphenduka indoda I understood ukuthi life yendlela ngemva kokunanzelela lapho endibuya khona. It wasn't easy to be raised by a single daddy. One of the lessons alento ungandilahli kazi wangifundisa nokuthi ngiboye ethula isigqoko mandithandaza kuJehova ngimesaba umdali ngayibeka indandatho ngasishada isinqumo ngaphuma comfort zone to the streets of Soweto became a laughing back. I played it judo West evil I overcame ngisasabi lutho ungene waphuma nami namhla uyangihlangabeza uJehova ngumalusi wami ngiyikuswela encwadini zokugcina ngimbonile uElijah ugcwalise zonke izimbiza indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and I got to thank for it. Indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and
I got to thank for it.
uNkulunkulu mbusise uvusiwe sibali. You believed in me back in 2009. I saw a lady with a man's heart. Shethi mondlu diamond uzokugcina kusasa siwe yabafuna abafana nawe Calvin. You fought hard holy Bulawayo buyele mephini Shalomi Adonai bambeni njalo bafana ihlomi ihlasele dope isikhala ikaphela impi imshesinana ngubani owayekwazi beke wena siyogqoka inguna phakade hlala uyazi ngiyabonga ithi kunqweba indlebe wona ohlala usestradeni odayisa loba yini enqoleni lobe emsikeni lihakuchisa hahulu Mudimo washebile khuri wetsang remember impumelelo eqala ngaphakathi noma seko blind people ngayibeki phansi indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and
I got to thank for it.
Indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and
I got to thank for it.
Yeah, I know some of you believe that the sky is the limit. But mina ngithi hell no. As long as uThixo engashongo abasela ungalibali emqondweni wakho sokuthi sifake emzamo. And mntasekhaya masewukhulele uzake mucophi ngoba lekumbambathi mahlo. Danke. Farikau Ipitua indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and
I got to thank for it.
Indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile indlela zami sezivulekile and
I got to thank for it.
ungangitshelane ngamadaka umaharuhari jaha laphenduka indoda I understood ukuthi life yendlela ngemva kokunanzelela lapho endibuya khona. It wasn't easy to be raised by a single daddy. One of the lessons alento ungandilahli kazi wangifundisa nokuthi ngiboye ethula isigqoko mandithandaza kuJehova ngimesaba umdali ngayibeka indandatho ngasishada isinqumo Ngaphuma comfort zone to the streets of Soweto. Became a laughing back, I played it judo. West evil, I overcame, ngisasabi lutho. Ungene waphuma nami, namhlu yangihlangabeza. uJehova ngumalusi wami, ngiyikuswela. Encwadini zokugcina, ngimbonile u-Elijah, ugcwalise zonke izimbiza. Indlela zami sezivulekile. Indlela zami sezivulekile. Indlela zami sezivulekile. And I got God to thank for it. Indlela zami sezivulekile. Indlela zami sezivulekile. Indlela zami sezivulekile. And I got God to thank for it. uNkulunkulu mbusise, uvusi wesibali. You believed in me back in 2009. I saw a lady with a man's heart. Shethi mondlu diamond uzokugcina kusasa siwe. Yabafuna abafana nawe Calvin. You fought hard hori Bulawayo buyele emephini. Shalom Adonai bambeni njalo bafana ihlomi ihlasele. Dope isikhala ikaphela impi mshesinana. Ngubani owayekwazi beke wena siyokugqoka. Imbona phakade hlala uyazi ngiyabonga ithi. Kunqweba indlebe wona ohlala usestradeni. Odayisa loba yini enqoleni lobe emsikeni. Lihakuchisa hahulu. Mudimo weshebile, khuri wetsang. Remember, impumelelo eqala ngaphakathi. Noma seko blind people ungayibeki phansi. Indlela zami sezivulekile. Indlela zami sezivulekile. Indlela zami sezivulekile. And I got God to thank for it. Indlela zami sezivulekile. Indlela zami sezivulekile. Indlela zami sezivulekile. And I got God to thank for it. Yeah, I know some of you believe that the sky is the limit. But mina ngithi hell no. As long as uThixo engashongo bas.
Uh-oh.
Sandra Same, kuphela. Some people are jealousy, balomona. Some people are jealousy, when my baby. Empileni aminketewe, emshiseni amiluso salutandula. Empileni aminketewe. Emshiseni amiluso salutandula. Tandolako, 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 Tandolako. Sandra Sami, some people are jealousy. Balomona, Balomona. Some people are jealousy. When my baby, Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Tandolako, 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 Tandolako. Sandra Sami, some people are jealousy. Balomona, Balomona. Some people are jealousy. When my baby, Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Tandolako, 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 Tandolako. Sandra Sami, some people are jealousy. Balomona, Balomona. Some people are jealousy. When my baby, Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Tandolako, 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 Tandolako. Sandra Sami, some people are jealousy. Balomona, Balomona. Some people are jealousy. When my baby, Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Tandolako, 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 Tandolako. Sandra Sami, some people are jealousy. Balomona, Balomona. Some people are jealousy. When my baby, Impilani, I'm in Ketaway. Impilani, I'm in Salutanola. Impilani, I'm in Ketaway.
For 2 hours, yes. That is not what I want from you guys. When I say short, I mean short, isn't it? Huh?
Yes.
So I want us to do an icebreaker. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say a sentence. Then when you take the last word of that sentence to construct another sentence. Isn't it? Hmm? You get that? You take the last word to so if I say I love bananas, I do not hear someone saying the bananas are there was never there. Isn't it? So bananas should be the first thing that you have to say, isn't it? Or better let me throw the ball to someone so that that person constructs the first sentence. Isn't it? Then when I'm out of the equation, please do not in. Again, I'm going to protect my facilitators and my dignitaries. It's only you people who are going to be part of this what? Of the small thing, isn't it? Huh? That's going to happen. I don't want there'll be a problem. So what should I do? Okay, let me start from here. Zadieka memo also. Is it not written Zadieka? How do I translate that as Q? I will jump into what? I will jump into me. I didn't jump into okay. I'm starting with you. Construct the first sentence. Then so who we are who switch, so who we are who. So you use the last word to construct the next sentence. Let's make it interesting and fun, isn't it? Okay, go.
I love oranges.
Oranges are sweet.
I do not hear sweetness. I didn't hear sweetness.
Sweet is a definition of my character.
Character. What's wrong with their character?
No.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so here what's happening is you take the last word of a sentence and you construct another sentence, isn't it? So hers was character, isn't it? So construct a sentence using character, whatever sentence it is, isn't it?
Okay, character. So my sentence should begin with character.
Yes.
Character. I wonder what character is.
You don't know what character is. You asked a question, I didn't know the question. Okay, let me forgive you.
Is thinking out loud usually a problem with people?
Now I'm getting questions from you guys. I want a sentence. Okay, let me forgive you what a given is. So is it is what?
Is thinking out loud usually a problem with people?
Usually a problem with people. Well, I'm from here, I need sentences, isn't it? People?
People have problems articulating what they want to say.
Say what you feel when you feel it.
It is the best feeling I could ever have.
I'm struggling to find a sentence.
Work with what you have, sweetheart. Just work with what you have.
Have I really found myself in the best room?
Voice projection.
It's a question. Let's just go ahead. Well,
world politics is a never-ending debate.
Debate?
Debate is all about solving issues that ordinary people cannot solve.
Right. So?
Solving issues.
Voice projection.
Solve.
Solve. Solve the equation.
Is the best? question is the best topic that is last. Ngani khube phezulu. Namanje akunakukomisana lokukoma la manje. Ukubizwa ikhulumela phezulu. La nto futhi mina ngikhuluma phezulu njani? Manje cha akuyikhulumi. Fundisi.
The question is the best topic of math.
Okay, so your question is the best topic of math that loves, that you know or love?
Yeah, I love it.
Love. So let's start with love.
Love makes the world go round.
Okay. Round.
Round is it
What is the best ball?
Ball is my favorite.
Okay, name?
Name any...
Ali.
Rights you know.
Name any rights you know, isn't it? So let's go then. To reduce the sugar. Guys,
yeah. Maybe let me just make it clear. Guys, we are live on YouTube right now. People are watching from all over and they are commenting in real time. And we are getting negative comments because they can't even hear what you are saying. So that's why we have this camera this side, another one that side. So everyone, when we are speaking, we are coming out on camera, but people can't hear you. So let's try and make it interesting. And you guys are gonna go to the YouTube channel and watch it later. I think you would love to hear yourself.
Even if you are saying things like solve the equation and name any country, say it with confidence, Baba, isn't it? Okay, so we should have fun, we should enjoy ourselves. The whole idea was to try to get you guys to do what? To reduce the sugar, isn't it? I was viewing, some people decided not to eat and they were sitting by, they were just standing there and trying to pretend as if they didn't want the tea. Then there's others who were joyful that some did not want it and they were anticipating. So it is wrong, you are articulating that I wanted their sugar to like reduce. Okay, good. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to put you guys into groups. Remember, we said as Freedomacers, the whole idea is to be able to start a culture of debate, a culture of discussion, a culture of advocacy, isn't it? And it is imperative for us to be able to learn to listen to the views of other people and understand what they are saying. That's the first thing. But for you to be able to learn the view of someone, you need to have a view yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so we're going to, after lunch, put you into 5 thematic groups that you guys will be working. And we'll make you guys choose. You'll be able to choose which thematic group. We won't force you into that thematic group. And then we'll also be able to open a WhatsApp group for you guys, put you guys on our Facebook under that thematic group. At the end of this year, the convention laying here last year, isn't it? I think some of you are wondering why it's 2018, isn't it? We're supposed to do this last year. So we're going to have a 2019 convention. And in this convention, we'll be awarding the best thematic group that managed to do what they were supposed to do, isn't it? We have a group, Freedomacers, who will look at how they can best advocate using the digital instruments. We have Freedomacers who will be seeding. So we'll then tell you how you're supposed to prove that you have done what you're supposed to do. But I know also there are some who love other things, there's a startup marketplace, and you also have those type of things. You'll see how with the night you can deal with those things, isn't it? So for now, I want to put you into groups, just groups for discussion. Afterwards, I'll put you into those 5 thematic groups, isn't it? So, Spoo, please come and stand here. Spoo is going to have pink. Don't worry, it has nothing to do with this orientation, isn't it? I know people have a problem when they see pink and the guy is carrying pink. Our beautiful model, Moisha. Moisha, please, guys, I don't want to see you just lining up behind Moisha. Yeah. Almost there. My beautiful baby, please go there. And then the pasta. I don't know how marketable the pasta is, isn't it? But we will try to market him for now. Okay. Good. So this is what I'm going to do, okay? You have 5 different people there, isn't it? So I'm going to move up to here, okay? Please go and choose move in front. Just go and stand behind the person you think you want to be behind. You don't yet know what it's going to be about. Just go and stand behind someone. Please stand up, stand up. I want to see the choices. It's going to be very interesting, isn't it? How you guys choose. Please go and choose. I'll also ask you why you chose to be behind that. Again, listen, please move. Yes, please move. Just go and stand behind. It should worry you if you don't have someone behind you. It should worry. You have both. Okay? No, don't count the numbers. Just stand where you want to stand without looking at the numbers, isn't it? Right. Okay, that's good. Great. So, why did you choose to go behind touch?
I think the
Color blue? I think the color. So it has nothing to do with the tongue. Purple, why did you choose?
Because of what purple represents.
What purple represents?
I know she is and I like what she is.
Bongani? So Bongani saw the other. So you see how people make decisions. Why did you choose?
I like the response he gave during the next week.
Okay, wow. She likes the response. You? Sorry, my baby. You are very beautiful. Eh? Okay, tell us more. So what I want you guys to come, please come and so I now need you guys to balance now, isn't it? So let's stand up, all of us here, except the teachers and my dignitaries. Then let's try to fill up the spaces, isn't it? So it's very interesting how you make the decisions, okay? So fill them in. Right. Right. Kubele 4 each, isn't it? Wonderful. Good. So the good thing here is Abtariro and Moisha and both of you guys can speak. I have trust here. I will look. Both of you guys can speak. I have Omoshe here. I have Sibo. I have this is a dangerous game, huh? So I'll have to. Good. So what happens is someone needs to split and come this up, isn't it? Huh? Linda likes a land breaker, just one of you should go that side, and then the beautiful lady should come this side. So talk amongst yourselves who's going to move over that side. Lapo, I'm okay, I have school, I have music, the 3 of you can speak. Yes, so also talk. Good. Yes. Right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys 20 minutes, isn't it? To go outside. And then I need you guys to be able to look at freedom as defined around the world. That's as freedom is defined in Zimbabwe. Are we together there? We need to look at how freedom has been defined around the world and how freedom is being defined here. And I need a comparative assessment. This is where it becomes extremely interesting. In doing that, I need you guys to use different ways of being able to come and report back. Because one of you in your is going to represent your team. So it's either you can do it in a speech form, it's either you can do it using drawings, isn't it? It's either you can do it using a banner. We need to see how innovative you can be, and then you can be able to take us through. Each team is going to be given 5 minutes to present to us. If you need a magic marker, you need any flip charts, if you need something special that we have here, please tell us so that we're able to give you. Do we understand each other there? So it's freedom around the world versus freedom in Zim. So here we're looking at challenges, we're looking at differences, we're also looking at similarities, isn't it? Try to give us something as broad as you possibly can, but in the shortest, in a very short version of doing it. So you can either draw something marvelous for us and you explain it to us. You can either do it in a speech form, you can either do it in whatever artistic way you decide as a group, okay? So just choose a place. If you want outside, you can go outside. If you want to be in here, you can come in here, okay? So Lawa family are your captains. So Captain School, Captain Moisha, then all these different captains coming in, and I'll be definitely asking for. Is that fair? So right. So let's move with that. Kim, if you need any magic marker, something we can be able to provide. You can remain here, but just please do.
It's 20 minutes?
It's 20 minutes.
So your 20 minutes starts now.
So 20 minutes is inclusive of discussing and coming up with your strategy, okay? Right, so I think we should either if you touch you need markers or something.
So your 20 minutes has started.
Yes. You need a drawing board. Okay, so should I give you? Okay, what is the ticket? Huh? Let me go and ask for and flip chart to it. Huh? Right. So then I'm going to do that. Oh, it's so you need two drawing boards. Hey. Right, let me go and try to wait for me to.
And what of our children? We seek the answers, but we don't know that the future is in our hands. The shackles won't break until we wage war on the things that hold us back. You have the answers you've been searching for. Just believe and strive for your dreams. In darkest moments where champions are born, oh, do you see and know who you are? Now is the time. Break free and be strong, for the world is waiting for you. Waiting for you. This is my moment. This is my time. Scott says feel it. Moment to shine. Africa rise. Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment. This is our time. Angola, Africa, moment to shine. Africa rise. Zimbabwe, it's your time. You carry burdens, heartache and pain. You know the struggle from all the times that you've tried so hard. But you're undefeated, 'cause you're still here. Your story shall light up the world. This is your moment. to shine. Africa, Zimbabwe, it's your time.
We will rise, we will rise again, again. We will rise, we will arise again, again. We will rise, we will arise again, again.
Uqedile umsebenzi, uqedile ibanga lakho. Papa Johana Maseko, hey! Sinje kungenxa yakho, safundiswa ukucula nguwe. Lala ngoxolo, phumula kahle, Papa Joe, aye. Why
wena jo wadarire iko Johane kuti siya pachina rufu ndimadzongonyedze rufu ndimadzongonyedze kuparadza ndisava vandodanana rufu ndimadzongonyedze
isizwe sonke siyakhala isizwe sonke sikhathele sishaqekile mfowethu ngokusishiya wenzile njengamanje brajo akekho uzofana nawe mfowethu kahle kahle umculo ngeke uzofana wena ongekho imsakazo mfowethu nakanjani ngeke izifane RIP my brother rest in peace
See
ngithi ngibala kanjena madoda ngibe ngikhumbula yona lensizwe ezala mina madoda uthonto likahawu uqebuka amatolo kulala amagula neyikhoboko njilo mfulu manza mnyama ulakalukene lulakanyela ulwazula ngisho yena umatala athethwa ngezijula zomkhonto kondawo engize mna uthini lapho mfuka mzizi ubaza awuziba sekuma nokuyibongela esibani ledya yakomzizi ithi akwande lapha ungalali phezu kwamaphupho bafo inkuba inamali kusangibheke ngawayizolo sengiqamele wis nothongo sebyangizuma bafo ngivuka ngiqinisekisa ukufeza njalo mangiphuphula vo thola ukhiso thusa uvalo bese ngiyophusha umphando phela umculo mawuqala ubhadala inyuku kalo ngathi mangithola isheke lokuqala I knew I want more nebhayithi wengishaya lately I'm improving the score ngengithinta amaganyana dlala iphimbo gijima inews ithando zamajiti jo asinamathelo wenof bese sibuyele emasisweni sikhothamela amakhosi ashaya ingoma siyaphahla sithi phaka amadlozi uyetheni yothi mangifika khona senguthi mangifuyetheni Vamos makanya.
This is my moment, this is my time. Scott says feel moment to shine. Africa rise, Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment, this is our time. Angola Africa, moment to shine. Africa rise, Zimbabwe, it's your time. I see your struggles, mothers are crying, fathers are restless, so is there any hope? And what of our children? We seek the answers, but we don't know that the future is in our hands. The shackles won't break until we wage war on the things that hold us back. You have the answers you've been searching for. Just believe and strive for your dreams. In darkest moments where champions are born, oh, do you see and know who you are? Now is the time. Break free and be strong, for the world is waiting for you. Waiting for you. This is my moment, this is my time. Scatte sfigile, moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment, this is our time. Angola Africa, moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, it's your time. You carry burdens, heartache and pain. You know the struggle from all the times that you've tried so hard. But you're undefeated, 'cause you're still here. Your story shall light up the world. This is your moment, you're not too far. The world is waiting for you. A moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment, this is our time. Bulawayo, a moment to shine. Africa, it's your time.
We will rise, we will arise again, again. We will rise, we will arise again, again.
This is my moment, this is my time. Scatte sfigile, moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, let's unite. This is our moment, this is our time. Angola Africa, moment to shine. Africa, rise. Zimbabwe, it's your time. I see your struggles, Mothers are crying, fathers are restless. So, is there any hope? And what of our children? We seek the answers, but we don't know that the future is in our hands. The shackles won't break.
So whatever you're putting on that board. Here I want to be putting the thematic areas that you guys are identifying. I don't think this is very good. Yes, this is corner. Don't remove this. You can put it on top of it. I don't think you need to stick out. Come on, look. Oh, what challenge? Okay. Let's try the screen. So, yes, amen.
I've been told that I'm very good.
Yes, guys, I have managed to hire a very brutal caretaker. Huh? So at exactly 5 minutes, you'll be just keeping quiet, okay? Who was you saying, okay? I included, it's fine. So please, can you present? Can you try to, okay? You can like put, again, all of them is doing that. Okay. Guys, can you see the drawing? Can you see the drawing before you present? Do you understand this drawing? Do you understand this drawing? All right, good. So let's get to hear them.
So we just did it.
Okay, so we took an imagery of the world as trees, or countries as trees. So this big tree represents the rest of the world. So the rest of the world, they've got their big tree, which is their governments and everything. Then there are these small trees which represent the few individuals in the world, the few people which are there. So as you can look at these trees, they are bigger, they are flourishing, and they are connected, they've got roads, they've got internet connectivity, they can talk to each other. If you look at the fruits of that big world, these fruits are representing the values of those people, the cultural aspects of those people. So these fruits are falling down in the world because the world is diluting its culture. The world doesn't really know itself, okay? So coming to that big tree, that big tree is connected to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is the small tree there, and it's also connected to the tree in China. So the tree, which if you look at the road which comes to China, it comes and enters China, and then it goes back to the world. There's a trade of culture, there's a trade of everything. Freedom is moving about in China. But the Chinese people have got one major route. Unlike these guys, if you look at these people, they've got many routes. Look at Zimbabwe, look at the world. These are countries which have got multi-party states. They are multi-party states, that's what the routes are representing. But unlike China, China is a one-party state, hence we gave it that one big route which it has, which is actually a wrong thing when you look at China as a whole. But the Chinese people still, they are still green, they're flourishing, they've got anything, they've got everything that they need in China. Coming to Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe's got the small trees, the people are wilting, the people are dying. If you look, there's an X. An X is representing that the government actually kills its people instead of helping its people grow. There are flames in Zimbabwe. People are dying, people are suffering in Zimbabwe. The freedoms of the people are being overlooked at. But Zimbabwe in itself, it still carries its values. Its fruits are still flourishing. It's got good fruits. It's got a flag of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe knows where it comes from. We still pay no bola. We still do our cultural things. So we've got our culture. But when it comes to sharing with the rest of the world will bring its things into Zimbabwe. But the Zimbabweans cannot influence the rest of the world. The Zimbabweans' road is blocked. The people of Zimbabwe are not communicating, looking at the roads. They do not have the roads which are connecting the people in between. I'll leave this to the other guys to explain anything left.
So we've also got China, which is contributing 1/3 to the economy and the population. So this is actually a good sign. That's why we're able to have a lot of things coming from the world and going back to the world again. But in Zimbabwe, we're still at an end stage. Like, people are still not, they're still covered up in their cocoons. They cannot flourish enough. That's why the fruits are still on the tree. They're not dropping down to the people. The values, the resources, everything is just still stuck there. We need Zimbabweans to come out, express their freedom. Yes, we've got freedom, but as you wrote there, our freedom is compromised. We're not maximizing the freedom which we have. We're still covering ourselves up. We're containing ourselves. That's why we have this ended mark on the wall. We've also got the universal people. As Tinashe is saying that we're sharing our information, but in this process of sharing, culture is being diluted, of which this is affecting us, as people are forgetting where they're coming from. But in Zimbabwe, the culture is still not yet diluted due to the effect of Zimbabweans not being able to socialize with the rest of the world.
Yeah, adding to what my sister said, that even the rights are being compromised. They are there theoretically, but on the practical manner, they are not there.
Okay, just to emphasize on the X here, we are saying our members of parliament, they come as the X. As the X, we all know that most of the X, they have a wooden handle and then iron head or an iron cutter. So they come here pretending as if they are for us, as they will be campaigning to get into the office. But as they get into the office, they start cutting the trees down. They start actually benefiting from the same trees that they were campaigning to protect.
Thank you so much to Tim Pink, isn't it? Huh? So you see, Pink has set a standard, and may I see that standard not will Pink, isn't it? Huh? May I see the standard going up? Thank you, Tim Pink. Tim Blue, you have something to present, okay? Then sit stuff. What is this stuff now? Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. So I think this is what we've managed to get from Tim Pink. But what I didn't get from Tim Pink was a similarity, and because I seem to be getting a lot of differences between the world, and maybe as we're discussing later on, I'll be able to. So let me first of all start by putting your star argument, isn't it? Huh? As Tim Pink. Then we can also see Uguti argument here. Does it make some kind of sense? So argument number one is that around the world, we are seeing some kind of a cultural trade, isn't it? Huh? Isn't it? Huh? Isn't it? So we have some inflows and injections of culture globally, which means that we seem to see some kind of growth in terms of the flow of values. Even if you have these different differences within the countries, but somehow they seem to be moving towards that cultural trait, isn't it, of values. Is that what I got from you? Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then, but as Zimbabwe, we are seeing, instead of a growth, we seem to be seeing some kind of a decay, isn't it, of values. So they are moving in, and there is no growth, but most importantly, we are unwilling to learn from the world, so to say, isn't it? Then, in terms of second thing, you guys are saying the world is also moving towards respecting our universal rights and adhering to them, isn't it? Did I get you guys correct? Good. But we see in Zimbabwe, it is moving towards the direction of just having these rights on paper and declaring that they exist, but there is no implementation. Did I get that correct? Good. So we then look at it. But I don't see any kind of similarity. So if Haleli for you guys is not there, so I need to have you guys looking at what might we possibly have that is similar to the world. Team Blue.
Okay. I like those, the pink we can draw, we cannot draw. We're going to present the speeches. Now, we are going to look, we are going to use freedom and rights since these words go hand in hand. Right? As for me, I'm going to give you a summary of what we're going to do. We're going to look at the similarities between the freedom or the rights in the world versus the similarities in the between the freedom or rights in Zimbabwe, right? And the difference is too. As for the differences, now we have the right to life, but after the right to life, we say that we don't have the right, we don't have the freedom of our life. Bongan is going to explain that in detail. Now, we also have the freedom of choice, but we have the right to choice, but we don't have freedom of choice. Bongan is going also to explain that. We also have the freedom of speech, but what comes after speech is not freedom. Rather, it is infringement of freedom of speech. We also have the right to life, but we do not have the freedom of our life. Now, as for the similarities, we have the right to vote and also the right to education. This is seen as a fundamental growth, as Zimbabwe being rated one of the countries in Africa with the highest literacy rate of 92.8%, which is a remarkable improvement looking at the similarities with the world. Now, Bongani, I'm going to give to Bongani to give you in detail what we're doing.
Okay, since I've been tasked with the deadly task of explaining everything, allow me to start. Now, I'm going to do a sort of like a comic presentation, mainly based on the comedian Trevor Noah. Now, he said in one of his programs, in one of his speeches, that the difference between Zimbabwe and the rest of the world is that Zimbabwe is one of the only countries where you cannot joke about the political system and get away with it, because you end up behind bars. Trevor Noah once made a joke about Obama and the Ukrainian scandal, when he was talking about how Obama went on live television and was when he knew that it was the Russians who had bombed the Ukrainian, who had bombed the American flight, he went on television and said, "We're gonna find out who did this, and we're gonna go upon them like an iron fist," instead of investigating the Russians already, because he was afraid of it. And guess what? He got away with it. Now, Obama went on before Nelson Mandela died, may his soul rest in peace. He went on and said, Nelson Mandela is the only person who can say something political about the ANC and not get tagged about it on social media. Because he can say that the ANC is complete nonsense, ladies and gentlemen, and get away with it. And guess what? Guess what? Trevor Noah got away with it again. Look at Jacob Zuma. He was able to joke about his own president and the political system that comprised their country and get away with it. I dare you to do the same for our own beloved country and get away with it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when we look at the right to life in Zimbabwe versus the world, in recent happenings, which I will not specifically state, lest I be behind bars, mind you, the right to life in Zimbabwe seems to be, more importantly, whose life are we talking about? Because if it is yours and you are not a dignitary, then the right of your life is very subjective and relative. When we talk about the right to life in the world, we see situations whereby the world countries protest, they have riots and all. But you see minimum cases whereby the military has been utterly violent. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call true freedom. I am not saying anything about our own country, mind you, lest I be behind bars again. When we talk about the freedom of choice in our country, let's talk about sexual orientation. I mean, we are a developing country, but we seem to have departments in our police that look for gay people to arrest them, if I may say. Although it is not official, it is generally common consensus that if you are gay, you are wrong. If you are lesbian, you are wrong. If you are bi, there is a problem. Although it is not in the official books of the nation. Why? Because the freedom of choice is being suppressed. While globally, most countries accept that sexual orientation is subjective and relative to the person who holds the right. And when we look at our population, which is steadily increasing, and we know that it is just a simple ratio. As population increases, and considering our country, the chances of the prodigal son cholera coming back increase as well. But we want to have more reproduction by different sex couples, ladies and gentlemen. When we also look at religion, we see that it is a similarity between the world, because freedom of religion has not been entirely achieved, ladies and gentlemen, because at the end of the day, everyone thinks the next person is a terrorist. With this, we thank you.
Isn't it? So, thank you so much, Group Blue, isn't it, huh, for that presentation. I think you guys are doing marvelous work. The two groups that represented something, huh? Please, I see some groups looking terrified. Huh? I hope it's not a bad sign, isn't it? So, one of the things I get is around the world, there is freedom before and after it is exercised, and that freedom is somewhat guaranteed, isn't it? Because this was your team line with that. Huh? But in Zimbabwe, what shall we? Yes, in Zimbabwe, rights exist before they are exercised, huh? But not after, isn't it? Huh? This is what I'm getting from these guys. Huh? And what these guys, I hope I wrote this thing correctly, let's hope you can see. What you guys come and tell us is that the similarity between Zimbabwe and around the world is that, well, generally these values are accepted as values, isn't it? Huh? Just merely as values. The value of life, freedom, religion, and choice. Huh? They are accepted as values, isn't it? However, where it becomes different is the implementation, whether they're implemented or not in a report. Right. The other group, isn't it? Which is the next group? I'm saying terrified when you say. Which is the next group? You're coming. Okay. Which group is this? Purple. Okay. Group purple, please come forward. I think I hope you have something marvelous to do now. I really hope it's a sign that you are crafting something wonderful, isn't it? So let's try to get this.
Good morning, everyone. We are Team Purple, and you can see we're mainly consistent of ladies. So we have decided to focus on the issues that are very relevant in society today. The first similarity I want to bring out to the people today is that all over the world, people are fighting for freedom, right? All over the world, people are fighting for freedom. You see this in the way every single time you watch the news, you hear something about there was a riot, there were protests, and all that. All around the world, people are fighting for freedom in very different ways. So these freedoms, we are going to look at them as relevant topics that are burning right now in the world today. So I have with me the different ladies who are representing different continents, where we want to look at the similarities, and the challenges and the differences that we face as women, as young girls in the different continents. I will start, for example, with Omusie, and she's going to be talking about the freedom of expression, the topic of expression in the continent that she is representing, and that she's representing. I also have with me Score here. She's going to be talking about the voting, and this beautiful lady here, she's going to be talking about the issue of voting, right? So heading all over.
Okay, so I come from the Arab nations, and where I come from, when we define freedom, I'll say freedom is closely related to religion. So as long as I abide by the values of Islam, as long as I still go to church, I can be free as much as I want.
And when you look at the Americas and you look at Europe, freedom is unlimited. You can be free to be whoever you want. There is no stopping us when it comes to freedom where I come from.
It's voting. Asia voting, you can vote when it's necessary. Thank you. So I'm also going to look at the next similarity that we're looking at. The similarity is that you have the right. We're going to be looking at the right of abortion, right? The right to. We're going to be looking at the issue, like I said, the issue, the freedom of abortion, and I'm going to hand it over again to Swope so she can deliberate on that.
Okay, so as we've already said, we're looking at certain issues and how they're handled across different places. So when you come to America, which apparently I am, you can be free to abort if you want, because we believe that a woman has the right to her own body. And at the same time, you also have the freedom to protest against a woman who wants to get an abortion. So at any rate, freedom is still guaranteed all around. If you look at the freedom of choice to love who you want, there was a time when biracial relationships were not allowed, but now we're free to love whoever you want. And whatever you want, because we have our own citizen who went off to Paris to marry the Eiffel Tower. We have people who can get married to animals. So basically in America, we say love cannot be defined. You can be free to love whoever and whatever you want. When we look at religion, oh boy, you have got to start it there. You can form your very own religion right now and not be looked down upon. You can be an atheist, you can be a Muslim, you can be a Christian, you can be anything you want. You can go outside to the park and worship nature. You can worship yourself if you want. You can do pretty much everything because that's what freedom means to us.
Okay. So you also mentioned that as someone who's also representing Zimbabwe, I have with me here this piece of paper representing freedom, and I'm just going to demonstrate what freedom means in Zimbabwe. There is no freedom whatsoever. In Zimbabwe, there are only about 3 religions that exist. Pentecostal churches, Apostolic, and of course your Catholics, your Anglicans, and your Methodists. Those are the only religions that you can actually belong to and say, okay, I'm from a Pentecostal church. That defined is a very big problem because these topics are actually affecting the way people live, they are affecting the way people express themselves, right? I also want to mention the fact that in Zimbabwe, you can vote for whoever you want, but be very careful of who you tell who you voted for, because we might see you on a wanted poster the next morning. So that is the type of problems that we as ladies are facing in the different continents, right? I also want to go back to talk about the issue of choice, marriage, and also abortion in the Arab nations.
Now, in the Arab nations, we are free, right? But our freedom is guided. So what happens is we've got freedom of expression. That's why you find that if someone steals and then you cut off their hand, no one is going to question you about it because I'm expressing myself about how I feel about that, right? So we've got the Sharia law which we are guided by, and we can express ourselves in any way that we feel like. But then this expression is not open for everyone. So with all the freedom that we have, they are in
Thank you, Madam Bazama. As this lighting was working well for them, isn't it? Huh? You look so beautiful. Thank you so much. So it was quite interesting because they took a first persona something, isn't it? Huh? I am from Arab. This is what is happening. It was quite interesting for me guys, for you guys to do that. So you guys come and say here freedom is limited, isn't it? Huh? And you argue that freedom this side in Europe is somehow unlimited, but when it comes to the Arabic nation, it is confined to religion, isn't it? This is what you guys come in to talk about. And you argue that freedom should not be limited, isn't it? Huh? One interesting thing that you guys come and say, which I find very interesting about this group, is regardless of where you are, everyone still feels that the freedom is inadequate. Even those in America feel like it is inadequate, isn't it? Huh? Even those in Nigeria, it's even worse. We feel like it is non-existent. So therefore, every person is fighting for freedom, though in various ways. Okay, it makes me. You remind me of what is currently happening in the US, where there's a guy who has decided to form the Church of Satan. You saw that, isn't it? Right? And it has decided to create some logo, something like that. And some people have joined in the masses, and some are against it, isn't it? And it works well for them in the best of ways. But in Africa, when someone decides to resurrect someone, it becomes an abomination, isn't it? So this is one of the things I think you guys were speaking about. Thank you. This is group. Okay, this is group silver. You want to post something? Put something up there. Yeah. It's okay. So I'm just had to eat. I think you have had stick it somewhere. Here's stick it somewhere. Come and help the ladies. Spoon, come and help the ladies. Then I'm going to get the coat, smell a little bit. Let's help the ladies.
Okay, basically since we're talking about freedom in Zimbabwe and around the world, this is where we're going to be talking about things just so similar, right? But first of all, I want to highlight the reasons why our freedom in Zimbabwe is limited in comparison with other freedom in the world. Basically, the freedom in Zimbabwe is limited due to the fact that our Zimbabwe, we are based on a military rule. Even though other countries, their wars and battles were fought by the military, ours in Zimbabwe, our military or our states, they are ruled by the military itself. And then the other world, their views, their freedom, it lies in the people, which is the reason why you see that anything that you do in Zimbabwe, the military has to say something afterwards. This is the reason why you see that even in Zimbabwe, if you are to say something which is very negative in social media or anyhow, you will go missing through the military itself. Therefore, if you want to talk about freedom in Zimbabwe, we have to first deal with the military itself, the freedom of the military itself, and it sets the freedom of the people. So we're going to mention the points. Our first point is going to be about social media. The second point is going to be about demonstration. The third is going to be about homosexuality, the ability for you to express yourself however. And then our last point is going to be the freedom to upgrade yourself as an individual. We're going to talk about companies in Zimbabwe. So, Domiso is going to take it from there.
Guys, which has invited my social media freedom. I was saying, on Zimbabwe, we only got freedom in social media, whereby I'm able to say whatever I want, express your feelings, your anger, even plan what you want to do tomorrow, if you want to go and meet and protest and even tell each other the venue. But what you know, when you go to the venue, the soldiers are already waiting for you. So there's no freedom in Zimbabwe also. The only freedom which you have is on social media, whereby they won't even trace you. The freedom which we have also in Zimbabwe, if they see that you are mobilizing each other on the internet or using social media, they actually block you from they block you from the internet. And the freedom which we have got to be told by our foreign friends, they tell us no, you can use actually each our private network, that's VPN, the contact page, that's suppose LHNR. Yeah. We're still on social media, even though they blocked us. That's the freedom which we have. And also, in Zimbabwe, there's no freedom when it comes to public. When we were protesting, others were being shot. Those others were being shot dead. They were shot by the soldiers. but the government said no, they were terrorists. But the funny part, those terrorists were with the soldiers. And those terrorists were not arrested. That's not everything we can cover. And also, in Zimbabwe, our government always actually got a way of covering our problems, even as getting us out of social media. They actually escalated the price of the data tariffs so that you won't afford airtime to call each other or communicate on WhatsApp. Yeah, so.
Okay, so what Lou is basically talking about, which pertains to social media, is we have freedom when it comes to social media. Well, we think we have freedom when it comes to social media, because in the last few months we saw the internet being shut down, and we had to use virtual private network, VPN, which he was talking about, just so that we get to WhatsApp and everything. And VPN is virtual private network, whereby it's going to be telling people that you're in Germany, yet you're in Zimbabwe. And you're using social media and you think you're free. So what we're saying here is, we think we have freedom in social media, but in actual fact we don't, because you know, the limitations of freedom are even escalating to social media. The only platform where we thought we can be able to express our opinions that we had, now we have to use VPN because internet has been shut down. Why? Because we're trying to express our feelings. So they've shut our voices, like literally, they've also shut our voices in social media. So basically, there is really no freedom, and they're increasing the data prices and everything. So it creates an image that they're trying by all means, they're putting so much effort to infringe, you know, into our freedom of expression, because all we ever do in social media is express, and express. But then now expressing your view, saying, I'm not happy about the Zimbabwean government, you're in Zimbabwe, but you're not telling us that you're in Germany. It doesn't really make sense. And it dissolves the whole point of being a democratic country after all.
So basically with social media, we only get to talk petty things, fuel, food. But when it comes to core issues that we really have to discuss as a country, like things that we value as a country, as citizens of Zimbabwe, we cannot express them. Because the moment we try to protest or to say something, the government moves in. So like I said, our freedom in Zimbabwe, it circulates around the government. Everything that we have to do, it circulates around the government. So as long as the government gives us a chance for us to speak, then we can talk.
Yeah, it looks like yeah, you were circulating too. You were circulating, but thank you so much for that. Huh? It's so interesting to see how you guys have grown. Moye, you have grown so much, eh? Taro, I'm so proud of you, Nananjo. Who knows why I'm proud of Taro? Anyone might debate that. What has she improved on? Tina, Melly? She's now calm. Yes, she's now very calm in terms of representation, isn't it? And yet authoritative, isn't it? I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. Huh? Let me get to the other team. Last team, huh? Yeah, I hope this is a bomb share, Nanjo. Not a bomb, by a bombshell, isn't it? Something that is going to happen. Because you were the last one. So, in last team, guys, they spoke about around the world. You have voices of citizens, they matter, and they are the ones that actually determine what happens in politics and governance, in the economy itself, isn't it? Huh? And then we also have the side where we're saying that, well, the voice of the citizen does not really matter. Only in social media, but again, also with social media, that voice is very artificial. Huh? So this is what these guys actually spoke about. So thank you for that. Let's see the last team. I see houses, a house, a house. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? Yeah? What the look she long? What's the what you do by the any long show it okay guys. Yeah, team? Red. Team red, okay. Shoot.
Good day, everyone. So as you can see here, we have a presentation of different houses. So this is Zimbabwe before 2000. Zimbabwe was a perfectly fine house. It was there, you could sleep, get away from the rain, but what was wrong with that house? This house is a house, but it was time irrelevant. It was time for innovation and change. Do we accept that? No. So here came 2010. Zimbabwe started to incorporate human rights, NGOs, we stand for this, we stand for that. But this is an incomplete house. It has a beautiful and firm foundation, good standards, bricks, PPC value, but it is incomplete. And we have the world in comparison to Zimbabwe. The world has a perfect foundation. It even has the gutters. We have the chimney and the beautiful roof. Now, what does this signify in terms of freedom in Zimbabwe and the world today? We have number one, education. 92.8% literacy rate. Even the Book of African Records supports that. But what happens after you get educated? What use is education if I can learn and become an education bank and not get a job at the end of the day? Because I am not Shona, I do not get the job. Because I do not belong to a certain social hierarchy, I do not get the job. Because I didn't start at UZ, I do not get the job. So at the end of the day, that becomes a very conflicting society for us to live in Zimbabwe. Do we accept that? No. Who is to blame? Number two, we have sexual orientation. In the book, there's nothing wrong with being gay, there's nothing wrong with being lesbian, but in the grounds, if someone steals for me, it's okay, the police ignore it. But if I choose to be someone of a different sexual orientation than what Zimbabweans believe in, then all hell will break loose. I will even spend 20 years in prison with the former president telling me that I will leave once I get pregnant. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day? It doesn't. The real issues like crime are ignored. The real issues like corruption are ignored. But minor issues that set a woman's souls free are the talk of the day. We feel like we have a problem with that. Medical achievement and medical provisions. 250 new HIV cases per week in a country with 90.8% literacy rate. We feel like there is a problem. In terms of medical provisions, your child gets immunized. Well done, Zimbabwe, you're the same with the world. But when it comes to real issues like HIV and AIDS and fighting other chronic illnesses, if you do not have the US dollar, you don't get access to medication. At the end of the day, do we value human life in Zimbabwe? No, we do not. We value it if you have a note that has the president's stamp on it and not the great Zimbabwe ruin. We move on to religion. Bravo, Zimbabwe. There is religious liberty in Zimbabwe. Why am I saying this? Let's take, for example, Nigeria. If you're not Islamic, you no longer have a voice. Let's go to the Western countries. If you don't follow certain religions, you don't have a voice. But in Zimbabwe, I can worship under a robe, I can sit on a chair, I can go to the altar, I can be Islamic and be a minister, for example, the former Minister of Education. So at the end of the day, we feel like, to some extent, Zimbabwe has tried to do something in that department. And we should not only say negative things. That's one good thing that we should acknowledge and applaud. We move on to choosing leadership. You have the right to vote. This is my ballot paper. I will put it inside the ballot box, but the judge's decision is final. Now, who is the judge and who decides what happens at the end of the day? If I choose to vote for Ms. Zanele Ngcobo to become the next president, but at the end of the day, the people who are counting the votes decide that, no, we don't want this, we feel like there is no right to vote at the end of the day, and there is no right to choose leadership. We have multi-political parties, over 50 of them. But then because I am a female, certain female, I start my political party, I am not going to be successful. The only way you can be recognized is if you merge with another male. Let's take, for example, Joyce Mujuru. She formed her own political party. There was nothing wrong with their policies. Good human rights, but simple because she's female, no one decided to follow her. Even some of the females in this room, that is to shame Zimbabwe. We should be ashamed of ourselves. If we say that there is political liberty, females can be doctors, but we can't be led by someone who has a sanitary pad every month. We feel like there is a problem with our country.
Okay, what is freedom? Freedom is to be free. Is to be free. Is not merely to cast out one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. To Zimbabwe, what is freedom? Igula impi, as you can see, I've marked Zimbabwe as X. Why did I mark it as X? In maths, X is an unsolved number. In South Africa, they even made a song. X la solve. Yes, even X. For us, we have X's right here. ngakhathi phone. Because what? X was so big. As you can see, the diversity A foundation. As you can see, Zimbabwe, Yayaka, Pezu, Yawaisi. From 2010 till now, look at Punjab. As you can see, the world from 1995 and it's still improving. What's wrong with us? No one knows. What do we know?
Next issue is social media. We have great access to it, but the problem is not with the government, as some things have been saying. The problem is with us. If I'm going to use social media to name call and not do something positive, then at the end of the day, I'm the worst person ever. I'm even worse than the government. We have Lincoln Douglas debate pages, Instagram, I even follow them. Because it's for a good cause, it's not shut down. Let us acknowledge that in some ways we are wrong. If you're going to use social media to name call our leaders, at the end of the day, that makes us bad people because we're not respectable individuals either. But use social media for positive change. In Korea, they can't even use it. The president bans them. They don't have WhatsApp, they don't have Facebook, they don't have internet connection, but they have jobs. They don't have the freedom of expression. We that have it should use it positively. If you don't insult anyone and then try for a good cause, no one will go against you. Let us be fair on some terms and take the stand. Who is to blame? We all are to blame. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's interesting, guys. Thank you so much. I think all of you put in a great effort. Huh? I wasn't even thinking what to say. I shy quality. Please clap hands for me for giving you the correct task. Huh? For responding to it quite well, isn't it? Huh? Thank you so much. I loved the innovation. I didn't know my debaters could draw. Huh? I'm so proud, actually. I didn't know you guys could do, all of you brought a different style towards, responding to these real issues, isn't it? Huh? So the last team you talk about that, well, the world is moving towards addressing real issues, isn't it? Huh? But Tina, we are not moving towards addressing those real issues. In fact, we're trying to deflect those issues, isn't it? Huh? So issues such as health, voting, and the issue of progress itself, isn't it? The issue of education. And so you find that the world is moving towards celebrating diversity and awarding based on merit, isn't it? But for us, we are not celebrating diversity. We are moving. We are not saying that you did not say they have actually 100% achieved it, but you're saying the world is moving towards doing it, isn't it? But now we don't even seem, in fact, we're moving towards tribalism, we're moving towards corruption, and we're not even trying to improve those, isn't it? And then you speak about that the world is working towards, addressing real issues. Then you ask an important question that I think during lunchtime people should be working towards, talking about. And the question is, who is to blame, isn't it? So as people were speaking here, I realized that there were so many actors that each individual team tried to blame, isn't it? Some came and blamed the systems. There are no systems, isn't it? Some spoke about the fact that, well, government is not doing enough. Some spoke about the fact that, well, it is us also who are failing to capitalize on the link that we've been given to further expand it, isn't it? Huh? Then some also spoke about the role of the civic society in itself and how it has been good and positive at the same time, isn't it? Huh? So we have different things, and this is a debate that we need to continuously engage. Who is to blame and for what, isn't it? So thank you so much, guys, for that. But at least I think if you and I can do this, the clapping for the hands, please, yeah, I'm telling you, let's let Fungi, do the whole hands thing for us, isn't it? Huh? Fungi, still shy.
Okay, thank you very much, Zara. So the first part is, we are all great, isn't it? So we clap hands for ourselves. You don't wait for the neighbor to do it for you. But this is, So we go like this, to yourself. Okay, just go and clap hands for you. Then then next you give to the next person as well. So that is that very person that we want to clap hands to. Then, oh, a round of applause. Woo! Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Kongi. I think we wanted to do something on sim democracy and the games that I think we'll talk about it and then we'll try and see if we can do it after lunch, so that at least what's cutting just handy. But I needed you guys to do this, so we need to compromise somehow on our schedule. So I think if Victor will come after, so you see that there is a place where we're supposed to do how democracy is defined, isn't it? Using sim democracy and the human rights simulation games, okay? If you look at our theme, you'll discover that our theme is written, or in fact, it is articulating freedom, isn't it? Articulating freedom today, tomorrow, and into the future, isn't it? So when you look at that, you'll find that there are three elements to it. There is the articulation part where you need to be able to speak freedom. And one of the things that we try to teach you guys to do that is by giving you debate skills, giving you public speaking skills, and then also you remember what we introduced last year, the freedom quiz, isn't it? Huh? Quite interesting. But not only freedom quiz, by the way. Oh, it was Eurodo. It was very interesting, isn't it? We then introduced the freedom quiz. That's the part where we try to teach you how to articulate those things. And I'm so happy, Uguti, I saw some of the students, there's certain things that I saw you guys had done quite differently. Wongani, you're doing better in terms of public speaking. I know you're mostly strong in the refutation. I don't even want to get refuted by you. Then I also saw some people, you know, I've seen Rudo, you were toned down, but that was very good, quite authoritative in terms of that. So we want to be able to teach you the skills of articulating, isn't it? I think you've seen, let me go back to the America that everyone likes, isn't it? You've seen the difference between Obama and Trump, isn't it? Without looking at the content, it's imperative for you to judge them based on how they say something, isn't it? But while that's the style that you use, what is important is for us to be able to do the actual, which is the content that we then need to be able to understand about freedom. What is freedom, isn't it? And how do we define freedom? In trying to do this, FNF has managed to give us these games, isn't it, that we use. We call this the human rights game, and we also have the sim democracy game. Okay, so because of time, I don't think we'll be able to play them, but I'm going to talk about them. If we have time after lunch, then we get into some kind of play of these games, isn't it? I know some of you guys have been part of these games. Spu, your current banker, isn't it? Huh? Yes. He's, I think he won being the best banker in sim democracy. And then next door to Mundu Owayesilwalai, our second best banker. Yeah, isn't it? When it comes to allocation of money, I did banking civilly. He already cannot apply economics, huh? But he understands the concept of allocation of the budget, isn't it? Huh? So it's a democracy board game. Like, can you pass it through so that everyone can see? Is one of the important tools, methods that we use to be able to teach a democracy, isn't it? So when you look at the sim, you will never be able to use that million, isn't it? There are many millions inside there. Okay. So the whole idea of this game is that you're supposed to learn democracy practically, isn't it? So you'll find that one of the most important steps about the game is that you are supposed to vote for the government. So each team stands up to present a 1 minute. We give them a minute to be able to campaign. So you literally campaign and tell them why you should actually win and become the government. And then these teams will vote for you. They are voting chips inside where they vote for you to become the government. When you become the government now, you then start to allocate the budget. The difference is you can allocate what is happening, but you cannot hold the money. Are we together there? So there is a banker who will be holding the money and recording for you. And then what is interesting about this game is whatever decisions you make now as a government will affect the next government. Why? If you leave the government bankrupt, it means the following government is going to start at a deficiency, isn't it? And the money that is allocated for the next government is a separate minus 10 million, now cheerful negative 10 million. Now cheerful a positive 10 million on top of that, isn't it? So it's a practical simulation of how a government should ideally take place. So there's something that you guys spoke about, where you spoke about the voice of the citizens. You'll find that in this same democracy, your voice that citizen isn't it? Because here in this game, what does the citizen do? Where are my civil democracy players? Ta is the current champion of the civil democracy. Pastor, what role does the citizen play in this game?
Okay, what actually happens is the citizens, they are actually people that vote and elect for government. And also they've got a say in terms of how government should work.
Yes. So what happens is our citizens, they are able to also contribute economically, isn't it? Because you can buy a road. If you buy a road, which is the role of the government, and the government does not buy that road, the government then has to do what? Reward you, isn't it? Give you a star, reward you, and thank you as a citizen for doing that. So it is a practical simulation of how a real government should play. At the end of the day, that government is evaluated on whether the government performed well or not. So in this game, I have seen different styles of playing. I will tell you. I have seen real-life detectives in this game seated there, and they'll tell you, I think there's one who practically told them that, listen, I'm the government, isn't it? And I'm going to tell you what happens. There's nothing I can do as a facilitator, I'll just sit there, isn't it? There are also some very stubborn citizens, the ones who do not want to compromise. But also, there are also very strategic players, isn't it? You've also seen strategic governments. There are also very passive governments. I've never seen those type of governments. They'll agree on anything. You want, in fact, some of them even ask you, do you want a road? Then the citizen will say yes, then they'll justify. And then they leave the government completely bankrupt, isn't it? So we have seen different types of leadership styles in this democracy game. The reason why I gave you guys this game is because as Freedomacers, we should play it, understand it, it will teach us something. But this is one of the biggest projects that we are running under FNF, isn't it? So what we'll do is during lunchtime, we'll try to set up some of these so that it's cut in mass sense, right? Those who have played it can just play it, isn't it, one term, and the others can just watch and see how it is done. Okay, I'll together there. So it's an interesting game that we'll also be bringing to school. So as I was explaining it, this is something I can play because there's strategy involved, there's convincing involved, there's compromise involved. There is our plan. If you want to do politics, that is the game for you. But remember, the citizens are going to evaluate, and these ones you cannot beat them, isn't it? Because they'll be evaluating you freely and they'll be enjoying, what is happening. So we've had Usco, I'll allow him to become the banker. You also become the banker of second group, isn't it? Huh? If banking skill is so exceptional, I was so shocked. In fact, when we did the final, there was a lot of chaos. Because the team were playing politics, not playing the game, isn't it? Then there were two people for the final. You were there in final. And then she was just looking nice and beautiful as she does. She was allowing politics to override her. It's over the one so yeah, I remember so I'll show you some of the pictures, guys, isn't it? So it was kind of interesting. What ended up happening was the game ended up getting lost in terms of everyone wanting to win and take a strategic push. But he managed to put the game back on as the banker. This is why you see with economy plays a very important role in politics, isn't it? And this is one of the things that we don't understand, because with his 1 million chips and his budget box, he managed to bring back the game on, isn't it? And he managed to say, guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do this, is what I'm going to do. And this is how the game came back to play. So it becomes imperative for you guys to understand this. It's one of the important tools that we use to teach you democracy, values. So we measure the values that you have, isn't it? We measure how you're doing what you're doing. And you actually literally run a country through this game. Okay, so you'll see how it is played. The second game, which is still very new to me, isn't it, is the human rights game, card game, that will also be brilliant to you guys, okay? But we will experience in this model, so we will coach you again after lunch in terms of how this game is played. This is an interesting game because number cards. There are cards in the whatever you call it. What is that called? Yeah. You have this card. People can cheat. It's your poker. It's your democracy poker game, isn't it? Huh? It's your version of poker. Only that there's no beer and there's no money that is involved in terms of betting and wanting to kill each other, isn't it? What is here is rationalism, thinking, and thought process. And I want to teach you human rights. What are human rights? Because I see people putting these big things like your universal rights, isn't it? Huh? I see people talking about rights to expression, rights before, rights after. Do we really understand what they are? Isn't it? I also understand if your right is, if let's say you walk out of here and you see that someone's right has been infringed, which comes back to your question, see one, is it your right, your responsibility, and trying to defend someone, isn't it? So it answers some of these questions, but most importantly, it even answers that question, who is to blame? Are we together? And so does the same democracy game. So we'll be able to try to look at it after lunch. I'll try to go to see Ginger and schedule it after lunch to see what happens in terms of us being able to play this game. So whatever will lead you guys in terms of how this game is played. But this year, we will definitely be playing this game so that we understand, okay? So that way when we start talking about what is a citizen, at what point can government try to say no, isn't it? And you will realize, one of the things I've realized about this human rights game is, as you're making a decision, and this is one thing that you see within democracy, as government is making a decision to preserve the lives of animals, isn't it? Huh? You will find that the government is violating the rights of sick people. As the government is trying to protect the health sector, you'll find that the government violates the rights of the education sector. Because as you are making a decision to allocate more resources on health, that those resources need to be taken from another sector. How do you justify that as government? So you then understand I've always failed to pronounce that thing, isn't it? You stand up to give you a budget or something like that, and people are busy complaining, but he took money from here and allocated there. You'll understand why he cannot allocate a lot of money in all the sectors. You'll understand that they need to compromise here in order to benefit that sector. It will make you understand these things, but also it will make you question altogether there. Do we think it's an interesting game? Good. So we'll then be able to learn it and see what happens. But you can always bullet again, isn't it? And this is what Freedomacers need to understand. So every time I meet you guys speaking about a budget, I'm going to use a child layman's language, where a person says, a budget layman, into try. Isn't it? Because I'll know you now understand why imali in China. I'm sorry to say this, when we're sitting at child. I want to this teacher, they're complaining about isn't it? But the biggest question that no one seems to be asking is, isn't it? So if we understand how the entire economy functions, it then makes sense for you to say, okay, this is where there is a problem. Probably they might compromise, probably they'll do this. So this is what simple democracy does for you guys. Okay. So I know what you mean is victory, but I'll get victory to come immediately before lunchtime, isn't it? So for now, I think I'll call, let's just take a 5-minute recess. We'll talk amongst ourselves. Mr. Nube, please come and present your speech to us, isn't it? I think we'll be talking about whenceforth, isn't it? That's how you pronounce it, isn't it? Okay, so we'll also get the opportunity to ask questions. So Mr. Nube, you can call him IV, there's a co-founder, then you'll also be able to speak on some of these key issues. While listening and let them see how we can set it up and see how we can set up and see how we can fix some of these things. Super good. So let's just take a 5-minute recess. Zangela in victory, but thank you so much guys for trains that they do not belong to you. They belong to me. Thank you very much. drawings belong to me. It is your brains, but it was my paper and my idea. Then another drawings here. So as we await to see what is happening, we'll also be able to set up the for a simple democracy. So what will happen with this simple democracy, guys, is Farmer team, so some will just have to stand around and watch. We'll just do one term, isn't it? Huh? Some of you just have to stand around and watch. You can do one term, and then also, if there are some who think they want to try out, it's a good thing. We'll be giving you the rules, and then we see what happens. But also, we'll also have a review again. So these are games that we're teaching. And the last thing, guys, two things before we start with. We are circulating the attendance register again. Because some people made a mistake in signing that attendance register. Attendance register is very important. So we want you guys to re-sign a new attendance register so that people may sign with their private elector and walk over against. Number one, can you please write who are eligible? We need to see your name. I need to see your surname. It's not a prescription. I need to see your name. I need to see your surname. I need to see if one number I do 8. Then the last thing, guys, please, we paid for this drink, and sweeter. May you activate it well. Who didn't get a booklet?
I'm told that if I'm not getting 30 minutes to the so I will time myself. It's now in afternoon. Good afternoon. Afternoon. I hope that you can see that. So I've been given a responsibility here. My terms of reference include those three things. Right? I've been asked to inspire the pioneer cohort of Freedomacers. I've also been asked to suggest ideas on how to sustain Freedomacers' participation in and propagation of freedom initiatives. I've also been asked to, together with our guest, Deborah, and also our partner, Fungi, to unite Freedomacers later on in the afternoon. So I will, first of all, to do that. So in this presentation, I'm going to try to do two things. Number one, number two, then the third one will be done after lunch, right? So the third one, we warm up and then we'll count, so it's easy, right? So how I'm going to do it, I have a presentation here about 10 slides that I will walk through with you, which will do those two things. And before maybe I walk through the slides, I just want to explain a few things. Yanis have been sitting, I've been asked to do this. Eh? Some of you know me as the CAF director, right? But there are things that have changed since the last time you met me. Eh? I'm no longer involved in deciding, for example, who comes here, right? I also didn't know who comes here, isn't it? But because I participated in the founding of this institution, there's still some role for me to play, right? In terms of seeing that the institution remains in existence, but there are people that are running it, isn't it? So if you come and ask me that, for example, I require a recommendation, so you have to speak to people that run CAF that will decide maybe that I should, assist in that regard. Or Martino Fungutin Gunmus with Ventan, and say I power Gunmusan. You understand? So you should understand that roles change, right? But I remain as a CAF founder, because it's not administrative, it's a statement of fact that at the material time when we set up this institution, we decided that each shop was supposed to play this particular role, right? So in that context, I want to start to deal with number one. I want to start by just giving you snippets of my story, which might not be like, a very big story, but I think, because it's the only story that I have, that I know authoritative, right? Because for me to speak to you, I have to speak to you about things that I know, isn't it? And like I was telling you, that for you to tap from the Bora's experience, was when some of us grew up, when we became activists in the 90s, the organization that we knew, Monica Resource Foundation, OCCJP, were writing that material, and in the 90s, we became activists. We ran around, we had brushes with the law. Some of our contemporaries are now big politicians, isn't it? We tried to go the other route, right? But nonetheless, we are satisfied, right? And we are happy for some of our colleagues. Some of them are now leading, the biggest opposition political parties. We work together as a nation. Some of them are top lawyers, some of them are big in NGOs. So that's basically, some of them are commissioners, right? Of the Electoral Commission, isn't it? So yeah, so I have two photos there. So I have two photos there. You see the photo that comes up where it's that thing. So it tells you, like, in two photos, like, it summarizes my journey as it were, isn't it? I hope it will not play bad on me. So that's why extemporaneous speaking is important, right? Because then if you rely on gadgets, then the gadgets will disappoint you. Then you start to say, you see, this is exactly what I wanted to. So they are still working on this. So I think there are two photos. I would want you to identify me. There's one of my photos. I'm alone, right? And you can identify this IP, right? Then there's another, there's a group of people, there's a group of characters there. Yeah, I would want you to identify me there. There's also some of the environment there. And then from there, it will be useful to start with that picture because I was born in a small village called Kweneng, right? Who knows that village? It's not even there on the website, so no one will know. We don't even have a blog. So Kweneng is a small village in Mangwe district. Who knows Mangwe district? Mangwe. Yeah. So I was born there a few years back. It's quite a few years back. In a rural hospital called Brunapet. So it's run by Catholics, right? You know Catholics. So I was going to that hospital, and when I grew up, the only thing that I knew, the only city that I knew was Plant. But I'm told that it's not even a city, it's a town, right? So, but to me, it was like, the place, like New York City, right? So when my mother would say, because we're like a brood, we're like 7 of us, right? So she would pick one to accompany her. And she would say, I want you to accompany me to Plant. It would be like, this thing, and I wouldn't sleep, right? Because like getting into that bus, the bus was called Sugaskadu, bus service, right? And so it was a huge experience for me. But I was a person who liked to read. I don't know why. So our teachers in the village would bring us newspapers. No, they'll bring their own newspapers, and I would want to read. Like, I remember I read this book, Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. My brother in 1987, and I'm giving you some tips when I was born a few years ago. I was in grade 4, so my brother was in Form 4 that year. So it was a set book, right? I read Things Fall Apart, but I don't think I understood exactly what was happening there. But my thing was just to know that there was a bigger world out there. I didn't know why. So can you identify ID on that photo? Who can guess? I'll give you some. Yes, who? You are saying this one? Yeah. Okay. Who agrees with that? Yes?
I'm thinking you pick one.
Okay. Who disagrees? I don't know if you let you, yeah. Yes, you are allowed.
I think the small one.
The small one, this one?
Yes.
Okay, so that you don't eat into the facility of time. Yes, that is the idea. This one. And then, like you see that radio there, that was a massive asset, in the family. Every time there was what was this Christmas festivity, isn't it? Yes. So this brother of mine is now based in East London. This one, he was the captain of the family, So he would actually take a big bathing, bowl, right? A zinc bathing bowl, so that it becomes like it has like this bath, right? So it will not just close it, right? And then so it was one way, and then you see that the mud, the house that was standing in front, right? That was like the White House. Well, those are like my parents, heart, right? So for you to get to that heart, like, it was like massive, if you are called. Or if you are called for discipline, then that's something else. But I'm not going to go into this quick story, this whole story, it's too boring. But on the side here, I took this photo deliberately. This was the offices of the English-speaking union in the UK, right? We worked with the English-speaking union. We sent some of our students. I think they almost went to this last year. Actually, this was taken last year, and you should have been there, right? Like I told you, when I was born, I only knew plums, right? But how do I end up in a building that was set up by a guy? This guy is called Evelyn. He was friends to Winston Churchill, right? He's the one who set up this English-speaking union to use English as a medium to promote what they call international understanding, right? So, maybe it's luck, maybe it's determination, I don't know, I'll leave up to you, isn't it? But that it is possible to move from a grass hut, from that gramophone, right, to also engaging with the world, isn't it? So, and the journey is not stopped. So the idea that I'm going to talk to you today, I know that you're saying, we have achieved, we're still growing, isn't it? We are just getting into our 40s, and we are also, continuing to learn, isn't it? So it's like a Bible. A Bible, you have to learn. Also, the pastor, because it's living, right? So when they are ministering, they are also learning and reminding themselves, isn't it? So, how does this connect to what you're doing? I just want to talk about the calf idea. Why calf? Right? You see the picture there also, you see there are some people that, we recognize some of the people there in that picture. There's 1, 2, others. Do you recognize some of those? How whom do you recognize?
Channing, Siso, and
Lampopo. You only recognize 3 people there? Who else? Okay. So this photo was taken in Singapore. So where we're taking the national debating team to the World Schools Debating Championship. That's the Israeli team. So they're right. That's Z, was the captain. That's Lampopo. That's Charmin. That's Gundai, right? So that's like our team and our coaches behind the scenes, people like Za, people like Mrs. Moyo from Chavez, people like Talent, she's now in Canada doing his master's there. So those are like our technical team. So when we set up CAF, the idea was knowing the experience of where we come from. We're saying it is possible to actually create opportunities for those that don't have those opportunities, isn't it? Because I didn't tell you that what made me to also move, I didn't just move from that heart to, to the world, isn't it? I was lucky that my parents sent me to boarding school, Kewani High School. We call it like the best school in the world, then, even now, isn't it? So that's when I met this guy called Gordon Pollard, who was like an expatriate, Canadian, and introduced me to all these possibilities, isn't it? So we had a club there. It was a club that was involved in actually getting news every day. We would listen to BBC at 4 a.m. and write the news and then present them in front of the school assembly, right? And then also, I remember my role, I would write speeches, but because I didn't have a blazer, I couldn't present those speeches, right? So I would write the speech writer of some sort, And then also, I couldn't present at assembly because our headmaster, who became deputy minister of education, introduced the idea of farmer shoes, right? As proper uniforms, right? So other kids brought these proper farmer shoes. You know these farmer shoes, right? So then my mother bought me something that was close to a farmer shoe, but it was more closer to a ZCC shoe, right? So I was not comfortable with that shoe, you know, and also I didn't want my graph to, you know. So I would just, you know, rely on writing for others, right? So I then say, no, why don't you create something? I've gone through a lot of things, taught, and I said, we're going to create this institution that will try to create opportunities for young people to perfect their speaking skills, to perfect their critical thinking skills, and also not only remain in the village, because I was looking at Zimbabwe as a village, look at the world, right? So connect to the world. So that's why I put that picture to say it actually summarizes what we are trying, or what we wanted to do and what we seek to do. Today, you are live streaming. Today, you guys, you are connected to a German foundation, and you are linked also to, you know, to English speaking union and so forth and so on. And some of people that have gone through this program have gone on to go overseas for scholarships, right? So the idea is to look for that person who does not have the means to get that opportunity and create possibilities for them. So we're not worried about kids that can already get these opportunities. Of course, if they come, we won't discriminate, but we are worried about creating these. So which brings me to freedom debate, right? So when we're doing our work since 2008 was CAF, set up 2008, but formally registered in 2010. So then we met our amazing friends from the Frederick Newman Foundation, who are interested in freedom and who are interested in things that we were interested in. So I picked these photos because this was our first freedom debate training at ASH. Those are coming from ASH, right? So this was our first training, and with a group of our facilitators there. Like I've been a board member. Tawanda is now in South Africa, one of our, and also still a resource person here. And then you can see Fundile, can see Zaz, and also see myself. Then we have a group of beautiful girls there. We're part of our like 30 students that we trained for our first group, right? So the idea now was to move this towards a systematic way of identifying young people through linking what FNF does and what we do, and taking from Zaz extensive international training on forensic training. So that's why we then picked Lincoln that has debate format as one of the ways of doing this. And as we're moving this, try to integrate it again, was we're always wanting to do the next big thing. So that's why we embrace this idea of gaming. That's why these games became very useful, right? To say we're going to use them to engage. So that's basically what is all about inspiration. I'll ask if you have a question later on. I will ask you to ask. I will get you to ask. So I think we are done with the first objective of Inspire. To say so if we forget everything, that it is possible from whatever circumstance that we have to be something that is not like me, because you see, me, I had to take from like, you know, when you are at this stage, you don't also look at you in terms of where you are now. We look at where you're coming from, isn't it? So you guys have this platform, right? So you should definitely be like 10 times what we've achieved, the small thing that we've achieved, isn't it? Was already you are showing you the way. So that's the idea of saying you can be better than what you think you can. So now, why have you been called here? Why are you called Freedomacers? So the idea, like what Zao was actually explaining to you, that this is a pilot, not a pilot, but an inaugural way of actually integrating young people that the foundation thinks can actually make this thing to be part of their life, right? You understand? So it's one thing to be trained and you go away, right? But it's something to actually start to embrace it, right? So when the church I'm a visitors. I don't go often. But I'm a visitors. Those who feel like they can, you understand? Not all will stand up with it. But some will go and then the pastor will start to pray for the music. Then, you know, they are saved. Because I hear their meals again, right? Their meals, they are introduced and so on and so on. So it's not everyone, isn't it? And some of those people even rise to become pastors, isn't it? Of that church, right? So the idea is of this freedom, like freedom and then ace, like a person who ace is something, someone who does it so well, right? So it's actually saying, from this group of 20 that we have here, we're saying, if we can get those that actually, all of you that better, but if we're going to get 5, right? We're actually going to be stars of this thing. When you look at this thing in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time, because the idea between foundation and CAF from FNF, sorry. So this is the definition. If I say foundation, I'm talking about CAF, although FNF is a foundation, right? So for the foundation and FNF, their plan is that next year they want to introduce the next group, right? But they want also to ensure that they should also create spaces for you, right? So that in 10 years' time, we get to invite you, you will create a track where you can now be flying from wherever you are. You are now using your own resources, isn't it? And then coming and saying, no, I want to, create a special fund with a special audit system. I want to throw my 5,000 US in this account. I want you guys to go and train so many kids in this type of place, right? And then that thing grows on its own like that. You understand? So that is the idea of this thing. So I've only 4 things left on this slide. Let me see how I'm doing that. So I have 4 things left. So that's what the time is important. Okay. So I said after acing the freedom training, I beseech all that Wensford, like from here, right? That's why my speech is entitled Wensford. Well, the idea is, okay, we're exposed to all this training, debate, decontact what was this Sim Democrats, right? You know that game, what do you do from here with these things, right? So that's the idea. So if you forget everything that I've talked about, including my story, you don't have any reason to remember, okay? Because I'm going to write your own story. Just remember these 4 things, next 4 things, right? Because these ones are very useful. I've just created them, I looked at my experiences, but I also looked at what can work for all of us, right? So maybe this is where I want us to debate. So the first one that I would want to beseech you is seek knowledge beyond the classroom, right? So if you're a book person, just physics or geography or whatever, but some of you are transitioning from high school to university, some of you are out of school and so on and so on, you are supplementing your O-level and so on and so on. But as a Freedomacer, you are supposed to be knowledgeable on different things. That's why you're being told that others are very good bakers, they know how the government works. Because when you have knowledge, and by the way, I didn't want to go into that. There's a difference between information and knowledge, right? But I don't want to go into definitions for your own homework, right? But you have knowledge, which means that you have actually processed the information, isn't it? And you can now apply it, right? And I can tell you this. It's a huge secret. Don't tell others out there. Those with knowledge rule the world. Right? This is why you tell about when the people, they create their organization and then say, but right? They look for a lead. They create an organization, they look for a lead. And isn't it? Because they know that leadership is not, this is why even, in the liberation strike, these guys, the City Youth League, which is the people like, Nyandoro and others, Ochkeren, and then here this side, is this rank, is South Rhodesia, Afghanistan Congress, right? They have to come, isn't it? We've created an organization. You want me to what? To come and lead, isn't it? So knowledge is what? But proper power. So that's why I'm saying you seek knowledge. Know what is happening around you. But not information, eh? Knowledge, isn't it? Process information, right? So if you do that, you are going to be very successful. Then this is another important one. Because now we have knowledge, but how do you then decide? What do you decide? We're talking about, I heard you talk about decision making, right? But there is what I've called the art of superior decision making. Juniors and his friends in the EFF, they usually say, we have superior logic, isn't it? If they say, no, we have superior logic, but I'm talking about superior decision making. And how does a decision making process become superior, right? Which means become excellent, right? Because in some instances, people just decide to decide without deciding how to decide. In my other life, I'm a poet, but I'm not a poet. I don't know how supposed to be. So they just decide, right? But I was just reading around, and I found that it's important to actually use a three-tier decision-making process, which you apply your head, your heart, and your what? The image is there. Your head is not written like that, deliberately. Your head, your heart, and your heart, you can guess. Feet, right? So your head is about your knowledge. Remember, we started with knowledge, isn't it? What do you know? And then your heart is about your what? Yes, because for you to be a compassionate leader, isn't it? For you to be a freedomist, for you to, the question that people asked, then that Deborah, competently handling, the idea of saying, what, does it make sense? Does it make a difference, right? You can't do it if you don't have the heart, isn't it? And leadership is about empathy, right? Remember, we said that knowledge, I'm now saying leaders because I said with knowledge, you are now setting yourself up to be a leader, right? And then, so when you are a leader, a leader who only knows what is it about leadership, is not a fully fledged leader. There is the element of empathy, right? And it comes from here, isn't it? What does your heart say? So how do you, like when Zawa said, how do you make your decisions about, okay, we decide to not fund the health sector, but to fund this? Even when you move into your career, how do you decide, for example, that I'm going to help people to actually train people that don't know this job, isn't it? You see a colleague coming through, you just say, no, who's as one, isn't it? So how do you have that? Then finally, what action do you take? Many people have plans. Do you have plans, Chief? Everyone here has plans. And even they have like New Year's resolutions, isn't it? But carrying them forward, no. You get it? So everyone sits there. My friend usually says, my father used to travel the whole of the Celtic region. Wow, your father is a great man. So he traveled to Swansea. Said, yeah, but on his chair. People say, yeah, I'm traveling to Swansea. Next week he comes, sitting on that chair, say, yeah, but I think Namibia will be okay. And then next time, so you finish the Celtic region, sitting on what? So leadership is about taking what? Taking action, right? You understand? But I can add something again, but by being consistent, isn't it? So for example, if the foundation realizes that, no, the board is coming here, she was working for human rights organizations, she was set up with actually human rights is a good thing, isn't it? This debate thing, let us just leave. Let us do human rights, isn't it? And then after 2 weeks, we made the ZNCC. We're linking businesses into Germany, we're linking businesses to China. Yeah, entrepreneurs entrepreneurship is actually the way to go. We need to say, what exactly are you doing, isn't it? You are doing this, isn't it? So also a leader, you are supposed to have that decision making and also be consistent, isn't it? And the penultimate one, which is which is almost the same from that. That's what proper English is penultimate, right? And I'm talking to you when I say English, right? Okay, so this is the one of the fundamental skills. That's why I say network, and then if you don't, people who don't know you, we come here, we say, not only me, not only that, but also from him. No, the mother is here. She's retired. She has come on here, isn't it? She's here. She's here for tea. That old woman, no. Take network here is a chance. Say your story. Okay, how to inspire you? You get inspired, isn't it? So to go there back with a story, isn't it? So if you don't network, if you're a lone ranger, look at this guy. He has like different people, isn't it? Huh? You get it? Different. And can you say something? He's not only networking in a linear way, isn't it? So he has different networks for different things, isn't it? Maybe this one is a church one, and this one is another one, a work one, another one is like, so there are different networks. So maybe, what do you think this one might be? Can you title it? This one is what? Just think. No, this one is for what? It's network. I just go like this. Sports. Maybe for sports, okay. So we don't go on sports. This one? Politics. Business people. Then this one? Church people. Church people? Food. Food, okay. So, family. So there are different ways of, and also, if I time, if I'm called again, I'll also show you different ways. But this one is a very important topic. It's a huge topic, honestly. There's power networking, there's all these types of networking. Also, how do you network? How do you do something called doorstepping? How do you actually do something called an elevator pitch? So we have these different ways, isn't it? But I don't want to go into detail, right? So there are different ways of it. So it's now up to your homework to say, how do you network? Because you are still sitting there. I'll go to the bottom. How do you strike? How do you say, hello? Yeah, I'm John. like the boys know, isn't it? Like, how do I go and say, so we have physics. until you come to your story, start from physics. So, and anything just done in college. So, how to get, so there are techniques of how to do it, isn't it? Ice breaking and all. Then lastly, the element, this is what is important. And this is why I'm speaking to you. When you grow, all of you here, I'm telling you, the one which they've chosen you, they're going to be successful. And we have dealt with kids that have been successful. Right? But there's something that makes a difference between proper success and other types of success, isn't it? And this is what I call staying grounded, isn't it? But staying grounded does not necessarily, like this quote, I took the difference. It doesn't necessarily mean staying on one point and not growing, isn't it? So that's why I say, who can read the quote for us? You can see. Yes.
Stay grounded. Be like a tree. Stay grounded. Connect with your roots. Turn over a new leaf. Bend before your break. And enjoy your unique natural beauty and keep growing.
So, some people, thank you. So, some people, because, at the material time, now, this opportunity of working with the foundation and FNF is a super opportunity for you. But as you grow, you might become the head of the International Labour Organization, right? And then when you look, you say, that thing is too small, isn't it? I'm now the head of the what? Of the ILO, isn't it? But then you forget that actually your roots make you, isn't it? So that's why I'm concluding now and saying, if you look at my picture, the first picture, isn't it? I'm not ashamed of where I come from, isn't it? heart, isn't it? I can pretend to be having been born in, Mpino, was in that time Mpino was. You understand? But I was born in Bulawayo, isn't it? I can pretend to be having listened to Ice Cube or which ones our like no, not Johnny Park. Johnny Park is more like maybe Tracy Chapman and those type of songs. When I was at boarding school, I would see those things. I wouldn't even know about wrestling, isn't it? So I would go to this other hostel and listen to wrestling, and then the Impala wrestling, and it was the first put by Impala. So when I go back to my hostel, people are talking, and it would be like nice off, isn't it? I would just recount what I've heard there. So, Hulk Hogan did this. Owen Hart did this. I've not have seen that, but I cannot pretend, right? So, knowing who you are, staying true to your roots, actually makes you unique, isn't it? This is why Trevor, you are using Trevor, right? When he's in New York City, he speaks about South Africa, he speaks about East Coast, right? That's what makes, because if you're going to change and become an American now, he would not have that, you understand? So, we want you, or rather, not we want you, but what's your choice? We would love that you guys, at a later point, you become the inspiration of this thing. Like I was telling you, I used to run this organization, isn't it? And then now I'm no longer running it. And so I don't want you to find me still running it, right? When you bring your money and say, no, I want to sponsor kids, and it is me taking your money and running, no, I don't want that. I'm already doing some other things. I didn't tell you, now I'm pursuing my PhD in China and stuff like that. And, I had to base in China and so on and so on. So, but the idea is we should all want to grow, isn't it? So that when we later meet, life permits, we have to be always looking back, and staying grounded is important. So when you succeed, we have all succeeded. And so that's why after when you're giving that badge, I'm going to talk briefly after what that badge means. Then you keep it. And you keep it, what is that? You keep it for life. And I want to show you my badge. I'll talk about it again. You see this badge, and you get something like this. I don't know how to look, because I'm not involved in design. But this badge is my badge from my alma mater, Royal Holloway University. And that's where I did my MSc, right? So, whenever people see me wearing this badge, they identify me with the Royal Holloway, isn't it? Whether it's 5 years, it's 10 years, it's 100 years, and people always say, this is what? A Royal Holloway alumni, right? You understand? And whatever their functions, they will call me if I'm able to go, and they follow my success. If I become successful in the way they think I'm successful, maybe I don't think I'm successful. They will just put it on their database, isn't it? That, okay, we have these ones who are now doing this and so on, isn't it? They can claim part of it, right? And it's within their right, isn't it? Of course, it's not that we're saying FNF and CAF have done everything, but he has contributed, isn't it? Yes. If Royal Holloway claims me, but in some instances, maybe it's my village, some spirit mediums in the village, there are many contributions, but Royal Holloway will claim me just like what we in the foundation in FNF, when you succeed, woman, it is within the foundation's right to say, we at the material time worked with this young man. So that's the conclusion of the 4 things that I say we should not forget. We can just remind us quickly of the 4 things. Yes, sir.
The first one is that you should seek knowledge beyond the classroom. 2, you should practice the art of superior decision making. The third one is network, and network. The 4th one is you should stay grounded to your roots. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So this advice is relevant to me at the moment. to my friend Nelson, who is not running a political party, to Fundi, who is working in the NGO sector, to you also, and to those that are coming beyond us, because we should all stay grounded, we should all network, we should be better than what we were yesterday, right? You understand? Thank you, Nadia.
Thank you so much. I think it was exciting, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
For us to get, it's important sometimes to get this type of experience, isn't it? And this type of advice. Huh? Some of us never got it, and maybe we would make better decisions than we make when we are. So make sure you get it, isn't it? So we're going to go for lunch, isn't it? Huh? But before I give you Amatiki dinner lunch, I want us to hear a very interesting poem from Oba of Desire, isn't it? Huh? I think I've known Desire for since then. I think it's been quite some time, isn't it? Huh? And at that time, like, he was trying to discover himself the same way I was trying to rediscover myself, isn't it? Huh? After I watched the master's degree, isn't it? And I'm still trying to discover myself, in terms of what I was supposed to do. It's very interesting because he was a teacher, isn't it? And he decided to move away from teaching again when he found his passion in using arts as a way of expressing himself. So again, I understand where he's coming from because like teaching to find himself. So he is the director of Christian. I think it's an institution in Limon there that gave us an interesting piece. He'll give us another piece again, isn't it? So the interesting thing about him is he did not come here just because he needed to say English and poetry. He's an individual that has been advocating for freedom for quite some time, isn't it? And I think Fundi, you'll be interested to know what he has recently been doing a lot of work around issues to do with the immaterial and black and such over the past, I think, year or 2 years. For the past 2 years, I think in the National Symposium, right? When he did, I think, one of the best acts that I've seen him doing. So I think you would actually, get interested in his poetry. At some point, if I have time and I get the power to do that, I think it would be quite interesting for me to give him an innocent in the same topic to write a poem and I sit and judge and see who I know that child. So thank you so much, Moyo. Please come. Then after that, forget about dreaming about that grilled chicken. So make sure with your online attendance. Okay. Moyo, thank you so much.
Because lapha sikhulisa mfundo angisoze lami ngiyekele ukusebenza PowerPoint but ngizabala ipremium wenzela ukuthi ngingabi misquoted. Anyway, I will not say dear ED, I will not say dear Jonah Johnson. I will not talk to Balahwe, my son. But to those the dogmatically insulated, to those the myopically cocooned, to those the intellectual malnutritioned, to those the many out there suffering from Kwashiorkor, the freedom's pandemic. I say what appeals to those, the men who have been born, bred, and battered in an ecosystem where symbiosis is corrupted, where mutual benefits are improper. Yes, Freedomacers, the demagogues, the electrifying speakers, from the pillars of total emancipation, you Freedomacers have become freedom. Protecting the right, protecting the freedom from the freedom messers. Anyway, your story is about me tomorrow and into the future. I am Moyoxide, the freedom poet. My poetry is predominant. My poetry is freedomic. My poetry is freedomers. My poetry is freedom bound and ready to free you. It is not freedom. My poetry is freedomic,
freedomistically crafted. It is 100% freedom quoted. And you are the personification of all the freedoms we are here to talk about today. Zimbabweans are living in the jaws of a crocodile. Too many restrictive measures laid in between us, our freedoms. Talk of Matebele and our birthright. Marginalized communities are in utter ignorance. The information is denied them all. Political rights are denied them all, as they are fragmented into political destinations of others. Socio-economic freedoms denied them all. The only freedom they know is in the hands of those with gold, the ones making the laws. Dear Freedomacers, you are not freedom acres. You are not freedom cemeteries, you are not freedom graves. Your presence in here is not by any privilege, but it simply means a greater responsibility to make this global village a village so desirable for everyone to live in. Be freedom champions, confront those challenges that have dwarfed people's rights and freedoms. The autonomy of individuals has been long sadly restricted. No one has the freedom to be himself. We are second-hand versions of ourselves. We are equal Kotama politics of every political champion. Dear freedom champions, you have been weighed on scales and found socially relevant. You have been weighed on scales and been found socially correct. Your interest in advocating and exercising the value of freedom in everyday lives must be champions. Frederick Newman Foundation, we have fried and enriched them. CAF, we have brought them to this cafeteria of freedom. Indeed, to the freedom acres, war against the freedom crushers. To you, the freedom acres, I simply say, tell the freedom makers out there that mene, take care, vaccine. Go ye, therefore.
Thank you so much. So I'm someone who would say there are different ways that you can use this to be able to advocate. Then we'll also be able to do. They have a last act anyways after lunch, isn't it? So it'll be interesting. Actually, more this is slow that then I need we are down a bit. More you miss a small. Actually, I want to chill fast. Oh, mama, isn't it? You start by advocating at home. Okay. So Rudo, I don't want to see you starting by saying, but remember I'm trying to advocate for freedom. You need to start at home. If you're able to get your family to buy into what you're saying, isn't it? Then you can get everyone else. Okay? Right. Okay. So guys, I'll be giving you these tickets, isn't it? We go out and then we try to eat. There's so much to eat, but try to not to because we still have a lot of activities to do. Okay, good. So if I give you a ticket, please. Oh, you want me to translate the poem? But what I know is they are freedom makers, like the ones who make freedom, isn't it? Then we have freedom acers, the ones who ace freedom, isn't it? Then we have the same freedom and put crashers. Then we have freedom. This is for the Bokotama. I thought it's for the Bokotama somehow, isn't it? Isn't it? The woman. Yeah, Konapan, isn't it? So I think it's. Okay guys, I think those who have tickets we can now go and eat, isn't it? I think like what advise you guys, let me see you guys interacting, sure. Isn't it? She's here and no so gonna put next time it might not be on a free ticket, so let's make sure let's make sure we interact with them, okay? The first time I had an interaction, I think It was just when I had problems at NAS, and the first interaction I had was with David Coulthard. He is the first guy that I interacted with at the time. And I ended up, of course, I ended up converting his advice into something else. I made a mess of it anyways. But the very reason that you can continuously say, I've spoken to who, isn't it? I've spoken to who, I've done this. After that, the second meeting I had was the time when I was I think we're trying to get people to come and attend our spotlight debates where we were doing ministerial spotlight debates. And I had been given a letter to go to AG Toman, the office of AG Toman. And I was very young, I think I was 21, 22. And I didn't even know who he was. And when I was given that invite, say everyone was going to go to the office, until I have speak some manga, they said, no, it's fine, okay, I'll just go to the office, okay. When I get there, I find there's so much red tape, and I'm supposed to respond to these things. I did respond, and I used the doorstep strike that he spoke about. I didn't have an interview with him, but he ended up asking the secretary to see me because you are saying, I want to see this person who is brave enough to come. I was as small as you see, why I think at that time I was very tiny, I was not as big as I am now. And when I got in there, the guy looked at me and said, are you seriously? And we ended up having a 30-minute thing where we just ended up not even speaking about the invite, but generally about what I want to do. So sometimes you find it's important for you to talk to these people. Let's eat, but talk to them. There is Fumi, there is Deborah, there is there is even desire for you here, isn't it? And can I see you guys interacting with these people? Okay, let's go and have. Okay, let's go formalize.
Uh-oh.